So I mean, you subscribe to OnlyFans, so I don't know what.
Yeah, because Rachel has a fat ass. Continue.
That's getting clipped.
No one clipped that. No one clipped that. You have 12 black people in Latvia. If you're an orphan, you're starving. If stuff was done to you, okay, I'll play any for all everybody out there. I don't approve of Abdullahi said that people should be hanged. I think that's a bit too far. But Obama black that killing on Papa.
Drop another thing. That's a break. That's a break.
One second. So it's an again, the actual draw happened, and so it's actually United versus Coventry. It's Chelsea versus Man City.
Why do you do that to him, Mardias?
Sinner's gonna win. I feel like Sinner's gonna win. Yeah.
Who's a new big dog in tennis again? HH?
Yeah, there's a new big dog in tennis, isn't there? Yeah. Shameless, man. You're never right, man. How does someone live their life like this?
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Well, no,
So
how do you
I
say that when he's 3 championship points up?
I have no idea. The only sinners I know is the movie by Rancola. Guys, is the Nations League a major trophy?
Hold on. Did you really think a guy named Sinner?
I just want your review.
Simply, is the Nations League a major trophy? Is Nations League as good? Is this like a World Cup?
It depends on your definition.
North America have their own Nations League.
It's the Confederation Cup major trophy.
Oh, you're talking about North America. Yeah.
Yes, so then this isn't a major trophy then either.
North America have their own Nations League.
So guys, we're gonna talk about. Hold up, guys. We're gonna talk about Portugal. We're gonna talk about Nuno Mendes, who is the best left back in the world. We're gonna talk about the best left back in the world, Nuno Mendes. We're talking about Portuguese, and also, guys, bro, it's Mendes. I don't know what you're freaking on about, bro. You say. No, it's Mendes. That's how you say it in Portuguese. Not Mensch or Munch or Mundish. It's Mendes. What are you talking about?
It's Nuno Mendes.
Guys, I literally went online and said, how do you say Mendes in Portuguese?
No. I don't trust you. You sound like you are the human being. No, this guy.
Right, okay.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. I have a bone to pick with you, bro. For years, I've been watching this channel. You really had me believing that what's their name? Pescara was a made-up word. Like I really thought that was a made-up word.
Also,
I didn't know these guys existed.
Shout out to Pescara being promoted to Serie. Yeah, shout out to Pescara.
I actually thought these guys were made up.
Of course they exist, bro. Wait, hold on, real quick. Branchfeig exists. Yeah, Pescara exists and Logo exists. They all exist.
I knew about Branchfeig.
Okay, so guys, hold on. So we're gonna talk about Nations League. The Nations League, Portugal winning, Cristiano's second Nations League dub. Can we have a late Cristiano Ballon d'Or push?
CR40. Shout out to CR40.
I don't think. And we're talking about Yamal. We're talking about Emirates and bigger picture. Portugal's chances at the World Cup. Is this a country that could possibly say what's up at the World Cup and whatever chit-chats we can say against? Remember, guys, like the video, guys, subscribe if you're new. And if there's anything we start to the show, please, guys, feel free to send in a debate. Remember, guys, your dubs and your super chats help support this channel and my OnlyFans subscriptions to Rachel's fast.
When are you gonna get
hashtag degenerate?
All right, so let's do it.
Why you even subscribe to them?
Hashtag silicon behind.
You know when Coutinho calls your club the Brotto, I'm trying to believe it because bro, you guys have turned up.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so hold on. So let's go. So guys, shout out to Portugal. So I want everyone. So are we all in agreement that Nuno Mendes is the best left back in the world?
100%.
Are we all in agreement that he was man of the match?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, that's so at least we are fair there and everything. Mm-hmm. So I want to come to RDS first because I know that Zeman is going to take 300 years to explain what he's going to say. So,
you're already hating, huh?
Zeman, I'm a hater. That's what I do. That's my job. It's my profession.
I haven't been around. There's no welcome back to the channel. There's
no Zeman. No, that's not how it works. So RDS.
You were here last week.
I wasn't here. I was only here in the private.
Hold up, RDS. Wisky, you have 5 seconds. RDS, talk to me about this dub, Portugal dub.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, the game itself,
Just rather ignore that. Ignore that, please. Streets ignore that.
Why is K waxing?
The game itself, maybe this is a controversial take, but I argue from a kind of a balance point of view and entertainment factor, this has probably been the best kind of final in terms of major of this finals this season.
True, yeah.
Champions League final. I know PSG played well, but it was.
Oh no, that was not a football match, bro.
Spurs United awful. Chelsea and there was at least it was a bit close.
Chelsea and Betis was good. Come on.
Yeah.
Chelsea Betis was good.
It wasn't. No, let's be. It wasn't.
Two teams.
It was a landslide victory, man.
We're talking about two teams that were, were parity. Like from a final perspective, this was actually a really good final. So, I just as a kind of like a general thing, because I remember when ages ago when this whole competition started, when people were cussing the Nations League and stuff. But now looking back, you're thinking actually, the Nations League was a good idea rather than having just glorified friendlies. Because we're talking about whether it's a major trophy or not. But the previous thing was.
But see, now that's the key thing. What is the nation? Like, what is this? Okay, I won the Nations League. What does that mean to me as a player and my legacy? What does that mean?
I think it's still important because at the end of the day, every player, like especially players, maybe non-English players, view winning any trophy for your country, especially if especially when you're playing against the best teams available, as a major trophy. So when Portugal are playing, this is not like Spain are playing their reserves. They're playing arguably one of the best teams in the world, if not one of the best team in the world. And you won. So that's a major, BT. You could say for me, it's like if you're talking domestically comparison, it'd be like the equivalent of winning the FA Cup.
Community Shield. It's more like the Community Shield, the Super Bowl.
No. Ziman. That's why I didn't give you the mic because of that brick take. Ardes, talk over him.
No. It's like the League Cup.
The Community Shield literally.
No, Finalissima is more like a Super League.
The Super Cup.
Wait, guys, hold on. One at a time. Ardes.
People are literally coming back for the season. They're playing, second string teams like this. You can clearly see that both teams were going for it, hushing about it, etc. But anyway, just focusing on the game, what I would say though is I do think that Spain, I think overall over the 120 minutes was still the better team. I know they lost. I know it's no consolation, but I think overall they were. But I think the key issues were the manager's substitutions, having taken Pedri off, didn't really work. The fact that I think there was an over-reliance on Yamal not doing something, as you said, Nuno Mendes locked him up. And, one of the things that, when you're talking about, because I never really bought into the whole, he's the GOAT, he's the best, it's like he's only 17 years old. And one of the things when you, in my opinion, to be seen as one of the best is that it's not just about your ability, it's about your versatility, your adaptability. Those are factors. So what happens when you've got someone like Mendes who's outdoing you? How can you adapt in the game to be able to overcome that? How do you overcome adversity when you're a goal or two behind? Those are important factors when talking about when you're, consistently the best player in the world, top tier, etc. And obviously top players show that. But he's 17, he's still a kid, so I don't expect him to do that. So I don't have that expect much. It's just that when Twitter and fans, people just overreact, and then this happens, and people are like, oh, this. No, it's just that at the end of the day, you stay humble, you do your craft, you learn from this experience. Because for me, Jamal's been the most talented player this season. But
because for me, it takes nothing away from it. Like he just went up against who I believe is the best left back in the world. So you face literally the toughest test that you can face, which is Nuno Mendes, and he lost.
Exactly. So it's just like when you look at the performance against Inter thing again, Barca are probably through to that final if a little bit of experience says, I don't take that shot, I go into the corner. And in this situation, again, because he's young, adaptability. But fundamentally, this is why I like football, because just because you might seem to be the best team, at the end of the day, it's a goals game. And Mendes adopted him twice. He adopted him for that second goal in particular.
Yes.
Which obviously Ronaldo sort of went in. Shout out to him. He got the second goal in the right place. He's always. As far as Portugal is concerned, I still don't think that Martinez is that guy. I think that they do really need to, if they were to get someone else, even though Martinez has given Portugal their best win percentage, so it's difficult. He's done enough to take them to the World Cup, but I don't know whether he can still utilize the talent that maybe a better quality manager would have. But regardless,
RDS, what's up with Jean Neves at right back? Come on.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. It's like So I don't know whether he was just going to get bailed out because Portugal they've just got ballers. You've got Vitina, you've got Mendes. So you've got experience with Ronaldo, Silva, and Fernandes sort of there as well. Defensively they're okay-ish. So they've got enough, I think, and this obviously will give them a lot of experience. I certainly think that when it comes to, hey, do you remember like literally 4 years ago when Messi left the World Cup, was saying Ronaldo surely can't play in the 2026 World Cup? We literally said that. We're like, Ronaldo's not going to be playing in it. He's going to retire. Like,
No. Look, I think we all know that if a 41-year-old is going to be starting at the 2026 World Cup, that's happening.
He's going to be starting. But the thing is, why this is because it's difficult. Is because I'm not saying it has a necessary bearing, but for him, for his ego, and for a lot of Portuguese fans, like, well, with me at 41, I was able to win a trophy and beat a pretty strong Spain side. Like, so if I can beat Spain, then why not Argentina? Why not other teams? And you can make a case.
RDS, one question. Who are you taking? 41-year-old Ronaldo in your starting 11 or 32-year-old Alvaro Morata?
Okay. The fact that you're even asking that, hold on.
40-year-old CR.
Damn bloody.
That's I'm taking CR40 all day.
How? Bullshit. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you.
I don't even want to even begin to talk about that bomb.
There could
who came on and missed a penalty.
Are we having a section on him?
There could be.
Oh yeah, there will be a section. There'll be a section.
There'll be a Morata section because I don't know how this man scam his way.
I just continue, and they'll come to AK.
We'll talk about.
Well, he's the captain, right, of this Spain squad.
I'll get we'll get there. We'll get there.
But anyway, I think. But anyway,
he's the captain and doesn't play.
Overall, there's potential in this Portuguese side, and I think if there's any hope of them winning sort of a World Cup, it will be trying to get a better manager than Martinez and trying to manage his squad. Because come on, Ronaldo can't play 60-65 minutes. He's there, he can't play 60-70 minutes in a game, and you think you're going to do
Nuno Mendes is not a right back. There must be some Portuguese right back at Porto or something that could definitely play there over Semedo as well. Because he only played him there because he doesn't want to play Semedo, that bum. Like,
Cancelo is there, but he's injured.
The fact that Semedo still exists today is crazy.
Cancelo could do, but
yeah, but the other options they have can't defend either.
Also, sorry, one quick question, HH. So, because with all this said, obviously Ronaldo winning this and everything, where does this put Mbappe in the conversation again? Like,
wait, hold up. In terms of what?
No. In terms of
hold on. Artist, in terms of what? Mbappe, in terms of what?
Some examples. Somehow Ronaldo at 41 is still winning like major trophies.
Does he have a goal in the World Cup knockouts?
Yeah. No, but 1 second.
No. Quick question. Does he have a World Cup knockouts goal?
He's got a final goal, isn't he?
No. But does he have a world? The biggest trophy. Does he have a World Cup knockouts goal?
I get it.
I think Mbappe did that in his first try.
I get it, but
and that was in the final that he won. But so does my guy have a World Cup knockouts goal?
Name the goalkeeper he scored against.
Relevant since that World Cup. That's the problem.
Hold on. Name the goalkeeper he scored against.
No, he scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final. How is he irrelevant?
Gotta be quiet.
Wait. No. Artist again.
Yeah.
Until Cristiano gives me a World Cup knockouts goal. Shouts to those Nations Leagues, but Artist, can be real. Again, shout to Cristiano. This is a glory. Bro, it was this tournament was literally okay. Why was Nations League? Okay, see, Artist, now you're making me out as a hater now. Now you're not trying to tell me to hate. See, I don't see what you're not trying to do. This should be sorry, but you see, I see what you're trying to do. You know what? No, I'm not going to fall into Artist's trap.
No.
Well done for Cristiano.
Yeah,
why are you mentioning Mbappe? Let's congratulate him and let's leave the World Cup GOAT alone.
No, because
the World Cup GOAT is trying to get his second World Cup next year.
I'm just making the case that we're in a situation where there's a potential case that Ronaldo might be high on the Ballon d'Or list at 41, and Mbappe is right. You know, there's an argument to be made.
That's
Like,
shameless.
Wait, no, okay, wait, Aris, hold up. You say that Cristiano's going to make top 10 due to the Nations League
You
win.
can only learn this kind of shamelessness from
what
AJ.
I'm saying is that there's an argument that people might rank Ronaldo
respect
on the
Ronaldo,
Ballon list and Mbappe. What did Mbappe do this season?
European Golden Shoe.
Stop padded.
And also, and Aris, remember, there's a Club World Cup starting next Sunday, so.
And they're not winning any of that.
They're not winning
that. I hope you know that.
Because Chelsea are going to win that club.
Because we're in there, HH. You know that, right? You know we're in there. You do know that, right?
So
but this guy doesn't know who to support, man.
Hold on, you Green Day doesn't do anything to that.
Wait, hold on.
He's going to be neutral for the final. He's going to be neutral for the final.
I resent those compliments and everything. My allegiance is out to Chelsea.
Compliments?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I said I resent those sentiments.
My fault.
What's it called? AK, what do you want?
Yeah, man. Shout out Ronaldo, man. Shout out Ronaldo.
As a shout out for winning the Nations League.
Yeah, man. I mean, you saw he was crying.
Okay. Pause. What? Okay. What are your thoughts?
It's called pride.
Wait, no, hold on. Okay. What are your thoughts on Cristiano crying after Portugal won the Nations League?
Here's the thing, HH, and well, let me speak.
Okay, speak.
Here's the thing: when you're 40 years of age.
Well, yeah, that's actually like twice your age. Yeah.
Well, when you're 40 years of age,
that's HH's age.
You never know what might be your last tournament, HH. You never know what might be your last game.
Oh, I thought you were going to go dark.
HH, he might collapse in the World Cup for all we know.
Whoa!
Hey, that's
AK, that's a bit crazy.
That's a bit dark.
AK, that's crazy.
Oh, okay, fine.
Are we saying? Are you saying a Tony Stark part 2?
Let's hope not.
J2S.
He might.
No, he's
that
real
2026 might be his last World Cup.
My popping pills.
Wait. As in last World Cup in terms of what? As in last.
In his career.
Okay. I thought you meant last in last. But continue. Zeman, shut up. Continue. Let me meet Zeman's mic, man. Hold on. Continue.
At the age of 40, there's every chance this guy, God forbid it happens, he might get a season-ending injury this season. HH, you put yourself in his shoes. You don't know if the next tournament's gonna be your last because you're that old.
You know what? AK.
What's wrong with him crying?
You know what, AK? You know what? The way you've explained it, all right. I'm with you. Because the way I viewed it was that how are you crying for a bum-ass Nations League win, but 40 years old, you know that you're in your twilight zone. You are not even anywhere close to being a player that is of any relevance as a top-tier player. And you involved your country in winning a trophy. So you know what?
You are the biggest Cristiano.
Wait, hold on. How am I hit? I said that. You're 40 and you literally play like a...
That last part.
What's wrong with me? He plays like a 40. He plays like an old man. The guy looks washed. Well done for the goal, but the guy looks washed.
No, before that one, you didn't need to say, he's nowhere near top 20. You didn't need to say...
But he isn't, though. Look, AK, grab the mic.
I'll be honest, bro. I felt happy for Ronaldo, man. I felt happy for Ronaldo. You know, HH, you have to understand, I think Landon Donovan talked about in the post-match, to be 40 years old, play a season. No, I don't. It can be in the Saudi League. It is what it is. To play a season being 40 years old and still coming out and performing for your national team, that takes insane levels of dedication, of desire, and of passion for your country. So, at the end of the day, you know, I have to respect Ronaldo. He got 8 goals in this Nations League, by the way, top scorer, bro. So,
wait. He's the top scorer in the Nations League, Ronaldo.
Yeah, 8 goals.
Yep.
So,
wait, who are the other 6 goals against?
I think I don't know the teams, but I know he's got 8 goals.
Yeah,
one of them would have been Spain, obviously. So
you got 1 Spain, 1 Germany. and 6 something else.
Don't know
Hold on,
because
hold
that'll be a
on.
lie by
Let me
40.
find out.
I
Where
think
he's going.
overall, man. In terms of for Portugal, I think
Denmark,
I don't
Poland,
care that I'll get to Nuno
Scotland, and
Mendes
Croatia.
later, but I don't care that they won this game. Roberto Martinez is still a bum.
Yeah, I agree.
He is
I
a
agree.
trash manager.
Agreed.
Any manager that looks at João Neves and says, "Hey, I could you."
Semedo.
Yeah, wait a
That's a different universe.
Manager that
Well, you know
looks
what's
at
crazy?
João
He hasn't put
Neves,
the same face he did.
Hold on, AK.
any manager that says that looks at João Neves and says, instead of playing you next to Vitinha in a midfield that dominated Europe, I'll play you a right back. That's not a manager I would want to have.
It's either him or
care.
Semedo. So you have to
Doesn't Dalot play there? Dalot he's an okay right back.
AK, you
He's
sure
an
about that?
okay right back.
He's also Semedo. It just looks different.
No, he's the white Semedo. Let's put it that way.
It's like, I'll be honest, bro.
That's kind of harsh on the low, man.
The first thing I would say about any international footballer is like, bro, just play your players in their natural position. Like, don't do all this inverted right back nonsense.
So
And
play
just
Cristiano
play
as a
your
winger
players.
so he can walk on the wing rather than run.
I mean, yeah.
Why are you hating?
So okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so AK, let me
joking.
change because I seem to be getting out in the streets. AK, I feel that a 41-year-old should lead his country into the World Cup. Do you agree? Zeman, I'm going to throw you out of this thing.
Here's my thought.
You need to stop asking these questions and expect a rational answer, man.
No. AK, stop. I'll say it again because I'm going to mute. I'm going to mute Zeman. Shut how you prick. AK, I believe. AK, just talk. AK, just talk.
Here.
Can I speak after AK?
There's no way of asking.
Talk.
Here's the thing. So
Write it down, it may help.
he's 41 years of age, correct?
Yes.
With all due respect, and I'm saying this for the guy's physical health, he cannot be starting 90 minutes for these guys, bro.
Okay. Okay, real talk. Hold up. Real talk. Let's talk real. AK, who would you trust to start? Let's say you have to play a striker. Who would you trust to start as a striker? Gonzalo Ramos or Cristiano?
Yeah, there's the issue.
Cristiano.
There's the issue.
Or do you play a false nine? So basically, you have three choices: Ramos, Cristiano, or false nine.
The problem here is like.
Wait, hold on.
Can you drop?
AK, continue.
He got an assist today.
In any normal team, right, with a good front line, this guy shouldn't be starting, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But with Portugal's options at the striker position, I'm sorry, he is the best out of a bad bunch. Like,
there is a case because Ramos. What has he really done much for Portugal? Really?
Or even PS? No. I'm not. I see. Look, hold up. For people who I'm hating, I'm saying right now. No. A 40. I am starting a 41-year-old Cristiano at the World Cup next year. I'm doing it. I'll do it.
That's your issue. And on Spain, man. Shout out Lamine Yamal. He got completely pocketed.
But the best left back in the world.
Yeah.
But what's this about? AK, that's what. AK, because I'm looking at the streets right now, and it's as if people are reveling in a 17-year-old being locked up by the best left back in the world.
There's two things.
To be fair, I guess it.
There's two things.
Go for it.
The first thing is a bunch of Real Madrid fans just came out of the closet. The second thing is,
man, I would too. If the player that's representing me is Arthur Goulart, man.
The second
one. Wait, hold on. Did you say Arthur Goulart?
Yeah, that's the part, man.
Continue. AK, continue.
The second one is it was only this past.
Start the count.
What's it called? It was only this past week that we had a hangout after the Spain-France game, where we said that because he won a Nations League semifinal, he'd win the Ballon d'Or. Which, you have to accept yourself. Lamine Yamal's PR has been crazy.
Yeah,
Well, that's true. No, okay, but okay. My thing is this. Okay, let me be on record.
And you're one of those
and you can even look at the videos. Wait, hold up. I said that. For me, the season ends after the UCL final.
Yes.
And if it's me, I'm giving that to Ousmane Dembele. I said, take me out of it. Let me put myself into the mind of the journalists. Those journalists, because Dembele and Yamal are both playing, whoever comes out better, that's going to be in their mind frame when they're voting. And whatever narrative happens to the club will be there. So if it's down to me, the season ends after the UCL final. But I said, for the journalists voting, of course the Nations League will matter based on just how PR works and narrative works. And that's just how it is.
The issue with, like, I think people are coming out because, like, number one, I don't want to shout. I want to go at the panel here, but it feels like there are people on the panel that are quite
chiefly
not
the
as
board
harsh.
guy in the middle. The board guy in the middle.
Like there are, like, especially you. You seem to prop up everything that Yamal does as, oh my god, he's the best player in the world. And then when he doesn't do as well, say, oh, but he's only 17.
Oh, no. Okay. So I'm going to stop you there. The fact is that both things are true because he is playing with house money and he's only 17. But as I said in my reaction, he got locked up. But the left like the world. He had a bad game. He got locked up. Like, he got completely and it wasn't ineffective.
And this is the only place I agree with Undisputed. You cannot be using the fact that he's 17 years old and call him the best player in the world and then get mad when people criticize him.
In the words of Ransom Banter.
No, but see, AK.
That shouldn't matter if he's the best player in the world.
My thing is, even if he had a bad game, it doesn't negate what he's done for the plethora of this season. Like,
I agree.
Like a game is. No. So let's say you have 70 games. Let's say you have 70 games a season, and you have 3 bad games, but 68 amazing games. But my thing though is 100%. Yeah, of course the guy had a bad game, and as I said,
yes.
Nuno Mendes completely locked him up. But what I see from people is they were angry that a 17-year-old was even in the Ballon d'Or discussion. So they're waiting that when will this guy fit? When will this guy fit?
That Real Madrid fans, Liverpool fans, all these fans who are like, Lamine Yamal's getting all the credit and my player isn't. I do feel that exists.
Wait, hold on. Let Ekela.
I do feel that exists, but there's also the other side as well, where, like, he doesn't get as. It's hard for me to say because the guy is only 17, and personally, I never said he was the Ballon d'Or winner. I said Rafinha or maybe Ousmane Dembele, but like, I'll be honest, like, there are points where, like, I do feel that it's almost like people are angry that, you know, their team didn't do well, he did really well, and he doesn't get as much smoke. As Lance famously said, if you're old enough to wear the shirt, you're old enough to hold smoke. So
no, true. But it's just one of those things where, like, Yamal is in a. Do you know what it is? He's in a situation which we have never really seen.
Yeah, uncharted.
Yes.
Because let's be real, when Messi was a teenager, Ronaldinho still existed. When Arnon was a teenager, Romario still existed. This is the first time since Pele where a teenager can arguably be talked about as one of the best players in the world. We've never seen that. Because the fact of the matter is that a teenager is still a teenager.
No, but the
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
What?
He wasn't?
Wait. You said that Mbappe at 17, 18, 19 was one of the best players in the world.
Yes, 18, 19.
No, he wasn't. Wait, hold up. How old was Messi and Cristiano then?
Mbappe turned 27. Mbappe's turned 19 the season Monaco won the league.
How old was Messi and Cristiano?
Cristiano was 17 when he moved to United, so he wasn't one of the best at that time. And Messi broke.
No. I said when Mbappe was 19, how old was Messi and Cristiano when Mbappe was 19?
No, that's low-key a brick.
2018. That's when Mbappe went to PSG.
Yeah,
2017.
But at the same time, it wasn't.
How old was Messi and Cristiano when Mbappe was 19? The heck?
30, I think they were like 30, 31.
Okay.
Yeah, 31.
And they're still amongst the best players in the world. That's my whole point.
Not to mention, Neymar's also ahead of him.
You just said an 18, 19-year-old wasn't one of the best players in the world.
Wait, hold on, Kenji. Do you want like a two-piece or a three-piece? Choose. Two-piece or no. Choose two-piece or three-piece. Choose two-piece or three-piece. I'll give you two. I'll give you two. And one more for good. The heck?
With the soda, man. With the soda.
Wait. I don't understand.
No, LJ, we don't understand you. We don't understand you. So LJ, the feeling is mutual. We don't understand as well.
Give me a second.
I think the issue.
Wait, hold on. AK, talk about the dude. AK, talk about it.
I think the biggest issue is the thing with Yamal being amongst the best players in the world. Like, he's not, in my opinion, he's not the best, but he's amongst it. Like, he's in that company.
So who do you say is the best player in the world right now? Us?
No, I told best player in the world, just like objective best player in the world.
So let's say, AK, I'm from Mars. Hello, Earthling. Who is the best player in the world right now?
I'm convinced.
Okay.
The thing I have to say,
no one.
The thing is,
wait, come on. Oh, Adis, how can you say nobody's? So Adis, nobody's the best player in the world.
Because the thing is, like, this is the problem. This is my issue with the whole best player in the world sort of thing. Is that to be the best player in the world, you have to have consistency, and that across his years, across all competitions. The reason why
this season is a question, though.
This season, that's the question.
This season, that's a
question.
This
season.
That is justified, though. Best player in the world.
The issue is HH. The issue with that question is, like, as I say, I'll tell you who my best player in the world. It's Rafinha. It's Rafinha because HH. The eye test is different for all of us. Like, what we all perceive as aesthetically pleasing or aesthetically great in terms of football is different from everyone else.
I can't see. HH watches football glasses that don't even let vision through.
AK, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking.
The issue with that sort of like metric is, okay, in your eyes, Lamine's the best player in the world. In my eyes, and the way I like football, I would say Ryan Cherky's the best player in the world. But
no. That is so from his eyes.
Everybody has different eyes and different ways they perceive the sport. But if you're telling me objectively who's the best in the world, it's Rafinha because he has the stats. He does decent on the eye test.
Does he have the Lala? Does he have the Lala?
He does decent on the eye test.
No. It's about AK. Does he have the Lala? Does he have the Tata, the Sasa? Does he have Tesh? AK, how much Tesh? What is his Tesh threshold?
Can I speak about
No, let's AK answer. AK, what is Rafinha's Tesh threshold? Does he have Tesh?
He has a little bit. He has a little bit.
A little. I need a number out of 100.
Bring up HH receipts on Lala.
65.
It doesn't even make sense, man.
Yeah, Rafinha's probably
a guy. Wait, hold up. A guy with 65 Tesh is the best player in the world.
Bro,
AK, you're gonna tell a Martian that a guy with 65 Tesh is the best player in the world. You're gonna tell that to a Martian.
Come on,
bro.
No. Why do you say? Wait. Why do you say it like that? It's Martian.
The problem
was a Martian.
Wait, hold on. AK.
What if Martians like don't look at Tesh in our stat merchants?
AK, I know you saw that from AK, ignore that trash comment. No. Okay. AK, in my scenario, Martians are eye test merchants. Okay, in my scenario.
Too late.
How do you know what stat motions are looking for? How do you know
okay, AK, forget the analogy then. Forget it.
No, that's why I think Rafinha's objective.
Can I speak about this?
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Let me come to YSK and come to you because Ziman, I know you're going to talk for ages. So let's build up to your mic. Let's build up to your mic. YSK, grab the mic and I'll give it to Ziman. YSK.
It's crazy work.
Let's build up to your mic. It's crazy.
That's pause, man. That's crazy work.
YSK. That is in the words of LJ. That's a diabolical AVI, bro.
Actually, no, just for the one time, bring it out, man.
I mean, this is okay. YSK, man, you know, I'm not even going to say anything, bro.
You really fell for that, man.
I'm not going to just keep talking. Keep going.
Shout out to Chelsea's number 9, man. Look, I feel you're very like. I feel like for some reason you're like very heated right now.
Someone in jail or something. What's that?
No, look. No, what? Okay, see, why? Do you know what it is? People think that I'm triggered because Cristiano won a trophy and something.
You are.
Why scared?
No. HH, be honest. HH,
Okay. Honest. Wait, say.
HH, be honest.
Okay.
You hate to see that girl win, bro.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
Respond.
Why scared? As long as he doesn't touch that World Cup, I'm happy for him.
I think it's 08 tax.
And he won't.
No. I am YSK. I am genuinely happy for him. No, but YSK. We have to be fair here. Well done, Cristiano. It is a Nations League.
Why are you trying to diminish it?
No. What are you doing? It is a Nations League. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, hold on. Okay, YSK. How do you view the Nations League?
Sorry, just as I view it like you view the Carabao Cup, HH.
Glorified
that's how I view it.
Sorry,
glorified
friendlies.
When was Nigeria's last international dub? Like in Ramadan?
Okay.
2013.
Okay. So HH, you haven't cried for your country since 2013, is that right?
Well, actually, no, wrong. It was actually quite recently, the Unity Cup.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
You weep in sadness.
Wow. Wait, who?
Wow.
Bob who? Wait, what was it? Yeah. No woman, no cry. What? Really?
Wow.
We went from no woman, no cry to woman will cry.
Wow.
Is that the game you're taking pictures of random women? I'm curious. I can't really remember that.
All right. KJ. KJ, say one more thing. I'll send you off. YSK continue.
Yeah, let's. I'll pretend like you didn't say that, but.
All right, you know
we
what?
got Wing, by the way.
All right, hold on. Where's
by the way? Shout out to
my card. Wing, when I find my card, that's a yellow.
No.
So, and I'm not even going to bring that up, but that's a yellow. Wing.
No.
Continue. And Elijah, that's a warning for you laughing, bro. So, why is he continue?
I saw something different. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's taking back. Come on.
No, that's sorry, my bad if anything's look, by the way, his name is Nuno Mendes. I don't know.
I went to Google. I typed in how you type Nuno Mendes in Portuguese on YouTube, and I went to pronounce.com. I went to pronounce.com, and the dude said Nuno Mendes. So I don't know what you bums have been saying all the time. It says Mendes. Hold up. Do we have someone Portuguese in the streets? Can someone in Portuguese verify this for us?
P Money, where you at?
No, I don't. His name is from this day forth. His name is Nuno Mendes. So, I'm gonna get Yamal's situation out of the way first because that's a light situation. I'm not gonna berate Yamal. This dude is like, he's been a shining light in a era of football.
Machine. How do you say it? Can you please in the chat? How do you pronounce Mendes? Because I know he's Portuguese. How do you actually say Mendes? Machine. Thank you. All right, continue.
Machine a Ronaldo fan, right?
Yeah, bro, he's Portuguese, so come on. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. What?
That's Machine. Yeah, like that's his real name. But yeah, that's my Machine.
I didn't know he was.
Wait, that's the Machine.
That's his the Machine. Yes, the Machine.
Bro, oh my god.
Pick up Machine. It's been a while, man.
Yeah, bro, come on. After December 18, 2022, the guy locked off, bro. So.
That's crazy, bro. So, bro, look, Yamal, bro, he's been a shining light in this weird era of football. So, he had a bad game. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say bad game. He had a game. Like he got locked up by the best left back in the world. He had an game. I do agree with AK. Like you can't have Ballon d'Or shouts, like basically declare this guy as the Ballon d'Or winner, and then when shit goes wrong, oh, he's 17. It is what it is. Like, you can't do that. You gotta hold the smoke. For Yamal, bro, the dude has got a long way to go, bro. Like, he's just a raw talent. Like, he's got a lot of like maturing to do. Because again, what RDS said, like, he needs to come to term that not every game is gonna be like destroying players just by pure skill. Like, you're gonna have to be smarter than that. Because we've seen guys like that. We've seen Robinho. We've seen guys like that who just do skills and shit like that. We've seen that. You have to find ways to be effective when your opposition is having a better day than you. You got to find ways. I don't know what they were thinking bringing on Morata.
He has a section. Waski, we hear he has a section.
Okay, no mind. Okay,
he has a section.
Yeah. That's gonna get brutal, by the way. Just a warning.
It will get brutal.
Can you put him in a Chelsea top when we go to that section? By the way, like,
no, I'll find a picture. I'll find a picture.
Thanks.
I'll find a picture. Look, bro, I don't like the way you're phrasing the tournament, because you made a whole video about the whole comment that Yamal made. Let's decide the Ballon d'Or on Thursday thing. Like, you made a whole video on that.
Well, let me respond. I was saying how the journalists will view it is that, as I said to AK, the season ends after the UCL final. The season is done. Basically, if you're voting, the voting is start the season up until the UCL final. That is the parameter for the Ballon d'Or, which I think it is.
These guys don't give a fuck about FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Community Shield, Super Cup, none of that bullshit. The Spanish players that were crying, bro. Like, they were crying like after the L. These guys are like, I don't know what.
Wait, hold on. They were crying because they lost the Nations League?
Yes. You know why it is? It's not to do with the
tournament. Hold on. Where's the bullshit?
Bro, it's not to do with the nature of the tournament. It's because they're playing for the country, bro. Like, you want to win for your country more than your club. Like, that's always and will always be the case. You would always want, regardless of what it is, you will always want to win for your country. Like, regardless of what it is. So calling this like a bum ass.
Why are you making that face?
Yeah, no.
Calling this some like bum ass tournament, bro. It's you're playing for your country, so the emotions are gonna be a bit higher. Clubs, like, you go the next day, you get paid, and it is what it is. The next week you get your paycheck through. Like, it is what it is. There's always a next. So I just think, like, obviously it's not the World Cup. It's not even the Euros. Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that level. And you can't add Nation League dubs to, like, I see people getting sneaky now, like that. That these, like,
Wesker. I saw Goat Convo say that things could change because this is the second Nations League.
No, don't get me wrong. Bro, for his age and how useless he is right now, with all due respect to him, it's a great feat. Like, honestly.
Okay, so Wesker, Wesker, you know what you do right now. So I say that we should feel pity for an elderly fellow.
Of course, bro. He's on the verge of, like, collapsing on the pitch, bro. Like, of course I feel pity. I feel bad for him.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Wesker, I'd answer this very carefully.
All right, go.
When did he go off due to an injury or due to old age?
Okay,
I think it was.
I'd like to answer that.
No. Sorry, I don't. Wesker, so how it went down, was it an injury or he was old?
Look, he was holding his back.
He held his hamstring.
No, they said his hip.
He was holding his back. He was literally holding his back. He was struggling to walk.
They said it was his hip.
No, and the commentators, I'm pretty sure the commentators said it's a back injury or something.
It's age, man. It's age tax. When has Cristiano Ronaldo ever found a back injury?
The Fox commentators were saying it was his hip.
Hey, you know why I disagree?
Well, I heard his back. That's what I heard.
This is not hate, man.
That's what I heard.
Blame these guys now, guys. No. This is not hate. That laugh is not hate. Guys, stop it. That laugh is not hate. Nah, that laugh is not hate. It's just what is it? That laugh is not hate. That laugh was not hate. That laugh was not here. I was laughing because it's just I thought of something from before.
You laughed in hate, bro. You laughed in hate.
No. The laugh was like a jovial laugh. So continue.
You know how people with money have like a rich laugh? That was a hate laugh.
It wasn't.
Wait,
so let's continue on there. Talk about the game.
Look, fair dues, bro. There's players in their prime who don't score goals like at all. Tap ins, whatever it is. I feel bad for the guy. But I just feel weird criticizing. Like,
what did he do badly today? I'm curious.
He didn't do.
No, he didn't do. Bro,
No. He didn't. No, all he did was score the equalizer. That's it. Which is still great.
Wait, hold on.
It's still great. And again, I'm not hating.
Wait, AJ, are you crying, bro?
No.
Elijah, reach your mic. Elijah, reach your mic. Elijah, reach your mic.
Nah, bro, this is generational hate, bro. I swear. This is built up
I just see like a random like stream of tears, bro. That's how I wait a minute.
Bro,
right?
No,
Why is continue to talk?
Elijah.
Cristiano is not funny, man.
Elijah, the foundation. This guy, he bullshits. He bullshits and said, "Oh, the Champions League made this league channel." The foundation, the pillar. Pillar of this channel,
this guy's lying.
The pillar of this channel is Cristiano Ronaldo. Bro.
I've never seen a guy cry due to hate.
I'm telling you right now.
He was crying.
This, bro, Elijah, this is deeper than football. This is deeper than football.
He operates on hate.
Look, shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. Personally, Martinez got to go. I know it's weird. He just won a trophy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Cool.
Yeah.
For the World Cup, in preparation for the World Cup, he's got to go tomorrow. Get him gone tomorrow, and let's build towards the real shit. Like,
so do you think Portugal are capable of winning the World Cup with this group?
Capable with this group, yes. Not with the manager. I don't think they are with the manager.
Hey, Chich, I have a question quickly before someone else goes. What, in terms of what he did with Belgium, right? I would say defensively, their talent definitely wasn't on the level of what Portugal's currently is. But I think he got to them to a World Cup semi-final. That's probably about right? In terms of Belgium,
KJ, quickly.
But what about the last tournament, which was a complete crap show, and he was at the center of it.
According to LL, they had a generational talent in Michael. So.
Hazard, Zad, by the way.
Hazard.
No, because if you can't give me a trophy with Zad, piss off.
So KJ, the first question is: do you agree that Hazard is a generational talent? And two,
very much so. Yes. Why else would
and two, does this Portuguese side have any generational talents?
Probably not. I feel like that's a term you can't really
also KJ, did they not have what people call the greatest Premier League midfielder of all time in Kevin De Bruyne?
But he's an international scrub, so it's not the same thing.
No, because Hazard is an international scrub as well. I'm asking.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
Well, so forget what he did in 2018.
Of course. What did he do in 2018? What did he do?
What did he do?
Did you watch that semi-final game against France?
Where's his trophy? Where's his trophy? We'll continue to take that one as well.
Is he supposed to carry 11 bums around him to a World Cup?
Yes.
Same can be said.
Just because the guy did a spin move around Pavard doesn't mean his performance was good.
Wait, KJ, that's a brick. You just 11 bombs around the team. That includes him then.
10 bombs. 10 bombs. Anyways, go ahead.
So what's the continue?
So I think for me personally, Martinez is gonna be sacked tomorrow.
Well, that's not happening because he just won a trophy. So
no. But you say that the new Portuguese FA president has got beef with Martinez, like big time beef. So
wow.
And the guy is like proper close with Jose Mourinho.
Oh hell no! That's the full lie.
Because apparently Mu voted this guy in. Like he was one of the people that voted him in. So. I don't know about Mu, although it'd be very entertaining. If Mu was part of the World Cup.
No. I'm saying right now, if Mourinho takes charge, they
They're
can
not
do
winning
something.
shit. They're definitively not winning shit at that point. They have less of a chance of winning anything.
Okay. So who has more, Martinez or Mourinho?
Neither.
Portugal has a better chance with who?
Both washed.
No. Who do they have a better chance with, Mourinho or Martinez?
Probably more. Not much better chance, but definitely more.
Wait, HH, if Mourinho won the World Cup with CR7, how would you react to that?
Mourinho's the GOAT. Mourinho's the GOAT.
With this guy?
What about
I'll be like, Pep, show me your World Cup medals.
What about the other guy?
What about
I
the
said,
other guy, though?
I said, no. Hey, Pep, show me your World Cup medal. Don't let Mourinho win the World Cup, bro.
No, but if you win the World Cup with CR7, like how?
No. That's it. That's a treble with Inter. That's a UCL dub with FC Porto and the World Cup as well. shout out to Brazil. Yamalaria, Stinker, and Hook.
Okay,
you see,
You
know what? Like there's actually no reason for that, bro. There's no reason for that, bro. There's actually no, it's not. That's not even funny. That's ridiculous, bro. Silence FC. Oh god. Martinez under KDB equals fraud. Golden generation destroyer. Martinez under Bruno equals first trophy. Hashtag end the debate. Hashtag Zad. How many ASCONs? Okay, all right. Okay. Abdullah, that's a yellow, bro. I don't have my cards with me, but Abdullah, that's a yellow because that is a disgusting laugh. That's a disgusting laugh.
Insane laugh.
All right, that's a disgusting laugh.
Where else do you take your cards, bro? Why are they not in your studio?
They're normally on my table. I don't know where they have my freaking cards.
Yeah, allegedly.
He takes it to speaker corner, man. You already know that. He takes it out there.
Simon, you can go screw yourself, bro. All right.
He gives us
what's it called? Cristiano Ronaldo, aka Yamal's cringe. Sorry.
Don't you call everyone daddy? Like, it's super weird when you do it, but it's cringe on
No, it's not. No, like the only daddy is Mbappe is. Oh, yeah,
What?
Jesus.
What? Yeah, that
what
was
was that?
Yo.
YSK, what?
Oh my god! Hey, yeah. So that's getting.
That's for Abdallah.
So Gallock, that's 50. That's 52.
Who played the porn sound?
Abdallah, can you just mute me? Can you keep back and mute? Thank you. From Dark Shadow Realm, Yamal said the winner of Nations League should get Ballon d'Or. Now all of a sudden it doesn't matter. When did
Yamal did not say that.
No,
he never said this.
You know what he said?
The media twisted it. Yamal
he said the winner should be someone that's consistent throughout a whole season. He never said it should be based on one game.
Yeah,
he said
that's
he
fraudulent.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. No, because okay. So you're saying that now. So are you saying that Cristiano should now win the Ballon d'Or? Because you want to come.
Cristiano fans won't say no.
From Lex Mask, thank you. De La Fuente should have subbed on Yamal function.
Okay, you know what? I'll try not to laugh, bro. Because, bro, these nicknames.
Bro, shout out Beef Turkey.
AK Beef what?
Yeah, Beef Turkey, that's his name.
Yeah, chicken terry turkey, bro. Chicken terry turkey.
All right. Third Thunder. Rodri and Carvajal are crucial for
there's
Spain.
Another one, but it might get me sent off.
That's the conversation. That's the conversation. Rodri and Carvajal, no party.
Fill up my AVI.
That's the conversation.
I don't get that because Zubimendi was very good today.
He was out. I don't care. Rodri is the BTEC Zubimendi. I don't care. I see no difference between Zubimendi and Rodri. There's no difference, bro.
Baby Rodri was on the pitch. Baby Rodri was missing.
But Carvajal is a mister.
What did Baby Rodri do today? What did Baby Rodri do today? Huh? Please tell me that. What did he do?
He scored the goal. What?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll drop it. Hold on. Abdallah, just keep it on mute. No, Abdallah, keep it on mute. Keep it on mute. Just keep it on mute. Keep it on mute. Keep it on mute.
You see your final?
Man, shut up now.
Okay.
Wait.
Let's just keep going.
Drop another one. He said UCL final. It's an international tournament.
It's an international tournament. It's a UCL final.
Damn bloody fool.
Shout to give Nuno Mendes the Ballon d'Or. Morata's a bomb. We're gonna get to Morata. We're gonna get to Morata for sure.
I can't lie, HH. I'm not a big fan of defenders winning the Ballon d'Or, but bro, he's
wait, hold up. Hakimi?
Reactionary, man.
No.
That's such a reactionary take. Nobody was mentioning him throughout the season. It was Hakimi more than him.
But he's been super consistent all the way through. Both of them have been consistent. And you see, let's be real. I think an argument can be made that Nuno Mendes should at least make top 7.
Yeah. I agree with
100%.
you. Top 10 is
the 3 best right wingers in the world.
Wait. Who? Yamal?
Yamal, Salah, and you want to add Bukayo Saka?
And your cousin.
Yeah,
Saka.
but saying he should win it is reactionary, man. I'll be real with you.
Why not you? Messi's daddy, Mbappe daddy. Okay, Messi's daddy is Mbappe. Mbappe's daddy, Yamal.
Your daddy, Mbappe.
So he says Yamal's daddy. Yes. No, the only Mbappe is Messi's daddy, and that's it. That's where it stops.
Who's Cristiano's daddy?
Good question.
Oh, Ashley Cole.
Huh?
Shout out to Chronicle the Hemmed Up. Better thank Euro final. Laugh out loud. Hashtag Rick Reader. All right.
Ricardo. It's for Ricardo.
Damn. That's funny.
Toilet FC. Prefer facing Bolivia, Peru, Venezuela, Ecuador, Chile.
Why is he taking shots?
I have no idea why he's taking shots. You all need to stop playing with Leao, my fave player.
I don't know what Ronaldo told him. Either I don't know, but
wait. Are the Leao stocks still high?
No. He's a red boss.
Bro, I sold mine last year, to be honest. So
yeah. I think
mine's a couple years.
They still have a couple of pennies there.
So crying about the Nations League. You know what? The way AK explained it, it's fair. 40-year-old tax.
No, he didn't say
40-year-old tax.
He said NATO.
40.
No, he didn't say. He said NATO.
Who knows how many?
All right, wait, no. Before you go. Not fighting a war, but it's fair though. AK, what you say?
I'm sorry, the guy is 40. Who knows how many times he's gonna be on the stage?
Exactly.
AK, no, but AK, you say it's AK. No, AK, unless he has a serious injury, Cristiano's gonna play until he hits 1,000 goals.
He went off the final with a back injury, bro.
That's not hip displacement.
First of all, his biological age is 27, as he likes to waffle about.
Secondly,
if there is a manager that would drop him from the national team, it's probably more, isn't it? Like these other guys don't have the balls to.
Wait, are we gonna have a discussion about that?
So, no, we'll. Science FC
trophies when he's sitting on the bench.
Was that Nico Williams or our truth? Okay.
Right. Yeah, that was. I saw that.
No, it's right. Was it Yamal played like Grealish today? Hashtag Ter Stegen out. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Stegen out, man.
Jasmine Jafar got humble.
Jasmine.
Yo,
hold up.
Could
this be racial?
Slander name.
Could this be racial? Jasmine Jafar.
At least make it a good slander.
He's saying he's like Indian, HH. That's kind of messed up.
No, Jasmine is the chick from Aladdin.
That's a brick. Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hold on.
Is she Indian?
Oh,
wait, hold on. LJ, have you watched Aladdin?
Middle Eastern.
LJ, have you watched? Wait, hold on. LJ, have you watched Aladdin? The cartoon.
Was Jasmine not Indian? I'm curious.
Oh,
drop it again.
She was Middle Eastern.
Damn bloody fruit.
KJ, this is a generational L, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, this is a generational L.
This
is a generational L, bro.
I'm not 12. I don't watch Aladdin, but fair enough.
What? Again.
Yeah, again. KJ, wait. KJ. No. Let's just clear this up. Aladdin came out in the early 90s, which means that, and I know that you're in your 20s, which means that when you were young, it would have been a film that would have been in rotation. KJ, I don't know how you grew up, but I know that film would have been in rotation. Shown to me because it's a Disney classic. So, KJ, let's hold up. Real person, KJ, what did your parents show you? Now, let's
grow up. It's crazy, bro.
KJ, what did you watch when you were growing up?
Initially, it was a lot of Disney. So, like Phineas and Ferb and all that stuff, Sweet Life and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
drop it.
Phineas and Ferb is on Disney, bro.
Sweet Life. KJ, did you watch any Disney cartoons when you were growing up?
Not many.
Okay, KJ, what Disney films did you watch growing up?
You want me to be honest? I wasn't always a fan of animation, so I'd only watch the TV shows.
It's not animation. How's Zach and Cody animation?
Bro, this guy was watching Sopranos at 18, bro.
Mind you.
So KJ, you said your parents never showed you Lion King, Aladdin, 101 Dalmatians, nothing.
Nah,
Beauty
he
and
was
the
watching
Beast.
Friends, bro. He was watching Friends.
You have to understand.
Mulan.
Wait, here.
Give me a
The
second,
Big Bang
right?
Theory.
I said I wasn't a fan of animation, so I didn't watch a lot of films. But at least the
As
ones
a
that came
kid,
on,
you're not a fan.
Yeah, no. Give me a second.
Okay, KJ. What did you watch when you were young?
Me, I used to watch
Game
a
of
lot of
Thrones.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, KJ, what did you watch?
I watched a lot of shows with like humans and stuff, so I didn't really like cartoons. The ones I saw
Humans
maybe
and
Fish and
stuff.
Ferb.
What are these
Human
humans?
stuff.
I didn't like animation.
What humans, man?
KJ, you might be a special child. What child does not want a cartoon?
This is Charles Xavier levels, bro.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, so as a 4-year-old, he said, "Mommy, Daddy, I want to watch stuff with human beings."
When it comes to the films, right?
Hold on, KJ.
I liked Lion King and like Mulan was quite funny. I like Pocahontas and that stuff. But like, when it comes to I was never a fan of Aladdin, so I never watched the full film. Genuinely, I'd see the advert for it, but I'd never watched the full film.
Just say you don't like it, man. Just move on.
I didn't like it. I never watched it. I'm talking because I never watched it. I don't know much about it. I don't watch Aladdin. So
Wait,
I watched,
No. You said you're not 12.
Lion King was alright. I wasn't a big fan of Lion King. Lion King's kind of
YG?
I don't really like it.
Yes,
You know.
Okay. Look. Let's move. KJ, shout to your childhood, man. Shout to your childhood, man.
You know, Cage is that one kid that we used to watch Air Crash Investigation.
No, that's
David
crazy.
Attenborough comes from.
Hamza, thank you for the 5 memberships, man. Thank you. Hamza, good man. Hamza, thank you, bro. Hamza, thank you, bro. Jose Correa, bringing Poro Mengueza in 2025 while leaving out Eric and Llorente. Also Balde for
Isn't Balde injured?
Hashtag racism, Catalan.
I have that question. How
What's
come 40-year-old Ronaldo dunked on Cucurella like that?
Relax.
Yo, that was crazy. No cap.
Relax.
Bro, I mean, Cucurella has to hold that L, man.
That's how he broke
Yes,
his
all
back.
that. Well, I think, should Pedri have been subbed off?
No, it doesn't make sense because you sub him off for who? Moreno and I believe there's another.
It's just both games he's been subbed off. He's played a lot of football this year, though. That's one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but at the same time, even against France, you've seen how much they collapse without him. So it makes no sense.
So see, guys, okay, and now listen to it. Okay, career friends, Dogmal, shortest Ballon d'Or shout ever. Okay, guys, I'm lost. Where is all your Yamal hits coming from? Okay, wait, Zima, explain. Where's the hit from? Zima, explain.
This whole thing, right, where people are trying to talk about his Ballon d'Or short, they're trying to prop up Rafinha when I think Yamal's been our best performer at Barcelona, and people are making it about GA all of a sudden when all the time everyone was making it about performances. All of a sudden it's like, oh, he was never a contender, he was never good, he was never top 3, he should not be in the podium. And all of a sudden everyone was coming up with all these excuses for why he shouldn't win it. As soon as he has a bad game in the Nations League, all of a sudden it's a talking point. It's like Yamal, he was never that good. Like people out here saying, like,
because what I just find so weird is that as if people were just waiting for it to have a really bad game, and now, oh man, I'm like,
it's a small.
That's
minority.
crazy.
That's a small minority. It's a small minority.
KJ, it's a low than they. Like, I don't want to name the fan base because I don't want to be attacked.
Say it with your chest.
No, it's not just No, it's not just that fan base. It's the fan base that latched onto that fan base as well.
Yeah. It's also Salah fans as well because they feel like they were.
No. Zima,
no one, come on,
Manchester.
guys. No one is saying that. See, this is the thing. People are exaggerating. So now you're saying everyone is saying Yamal isn't good, Yamal is bad, all the rest of it. No one is saying that, but there is balance. Like you can be.
No. There's balance. There's balance. Yeah. I agree with you. In terms of today's game, he had a poor game. You could criticize him. He has to hold the smoke, right? If he's one of the if he's one of the best players in the world. But at the same time, to all of a sudden say that everything he's done throughout the season is down to PR when he's been the best performer in Europe.
It's crazy. No, because what is basically the fact that he has one bad game. And now it's like, oh, Pia, he's overrated. All this whole thing. I mean, then you look stupid. Then you look stupid.
No measured fan is saying that. That's just trolls. No measured fan is saying that, though.
KJ, look at the streets and look at how many people are saying. KJ, go to Twitter and look at how many people are celebrating him having a bad game.
They are definitely a minority even on Twitter. HH, come on, everyone loves this kid. One game isn't going to turn them on him.
Shout out to Jaden Alvarado, man. I'm so happy. HH. I didn't know you're Portuguese. I know it's just a Nations League. This is a stepping stone for next year. Putting my bias aside, Nuno Mendes was outstanding, and the entire Portuguese team did amazing. Look, see, like Martinez. I can't envision Martinez lifting up a World Cup trophy, bro. I just can't.
I like this comment.
Yeah, that's good because you also couldn't envision them Boots lifting up the Champions League.
Oh,
so
that is true. Hold on, Elijah, what are you saying? Sorry, Elijah, what are you saying?
And you cannot envision Morata lifting up the Euros, but it's happened.
Also, Elijah, speak on what Landon Donovan said.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
So, can I talk on Martinez, by the way?
Yeah. No. But Elijah, what did you want to say? Because I just get through the dubs. So Elijah, what do you want to say?
Yeah. Oh, if you want to get through the dub, get through.
Yeah. Let me get through the dubs and I'll come to you guys. So shout to.
I actually want to talk about the game.
When was the last time Penaldo won a major trophy?
It was
the Nations League. Wait. Actually, wait. Is the Nations League? Is this a major trophy?
So the thing is, UEFA calls it a senior level trophy.
A second level trophy.
Nasser won the cup last year, didn't they? Didn't Nasser win a cup in the last 2 years?
No.
Shout out to them. Who's buying Leao? Bring him to United. This guy's money.
Bayern Munich.
No.
I'm hearing buying. And he ain't going to United, but that's not happening.
Hey, what is with this hype for Leao? Because he played against.
He only has good as last game.
This is where it's like. This is where it's weird. Like it's only Nations League, but then let's buy Leao. Like
Leao is all of a sudden the best prospect.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to Chronic. Someone said Messi bathed Yamal, Ronaldo washed him.
Nah, what?
Wait. Weird.
No, pause. Like what?
No. Pause. Stop. Like I just stop and eject. Just stop everything. Like, but what does this mean? Like, what does it like washed him? Actually, you know what? That's actually crazy. Washed him is crazy. Actually, you know what? Actually, Z-Man, talk to me, and I'll finish with you the jobs, guys. Z-Man, talk to me.
Okay, first I want to talk about Spain. Let's be honest, man. De La Fuente, like his squad selection is poor. The fact that you didn't have any defensive outlet for the right back, the fact that the left back was consistent of Cucurella and you had no backup, you left Balde at home, made no sense to me. You're like your center back options, even though they do have, I think in terms of squad, in terms of talent pool, I still do think Spain have a better talent pool than the likes of Portugal. I think Portugal just have better attacking options than them. But when it comes to midfield and defense, I do think that they have a better talent pool. In terms of the squad selection from him, it's been poor. This whole Pedri as a 10, and then you're trying to mix it up by bringing him deeper, and then you're trying to accommodate for him. It didn't make no sense to me, even though Pedri I feel like was the best performer. You substituted him against France, and you did it again against Portugal. Again, you lost all control. And then Fabian Ruiz was also substituted, which made no sense. He was your other central piece to keeping Portugal quiet and keeping possession. When it comes to performances, like I said, I feel like people are overblowing it when it comes to Yamal. He did have a poor game. Again, Nunez was the best player on the field by far. If we're talking about performance consistency, he was their best threat, if I'm being honest. I know people are going to say Leao came in, Ronaldo did score, and he did contribute as much as he can as a 40-year-old. Nunez was by far the best player on the field. You have to give him credit when it comes to that. But
wait, who?
Who? Yeah, exactly. Who's he, man?
Who's Nunez?
He
Nuno.
combined
Nuno.
Mendes.
Nuno.
He combined the name.
Nuno Mendes.
Damn bloody fool.
Z-Man, that was poor, man. That was poor. I'd be like, Z-Man, like that's not even smart. That's just poor. That's just a break. Continue.
No, anyway, he was the best performer. And then going on to this whole idea of like Cristiano Ronaldo, it means so much to him. You have to give him credit. He's their best consistent attacker. They don't have any consistent attacker. Who are you going to rely on? Leao? All of a sudden you're going to rely on...
Okay, Z-Man. I mean this in the nicest way possible, and I'm being nice here.
Here we go.
In the whole of Portugal, your most consistent attacker is 40 years old.
No, that's their biggest problem. Their forwards are overrated. No. That's been their biggest problem. Every single time they try to mix it up, leave him out. What happens? Like these forwards aren't performing to the point where you could say bench Ronaldo for them. None of these
but they
guys
also
show
need
up
to stick it out with
consistently.
some of these guys. They need to stick it out with some of these guys. You can't just play them 2-3 games, then bring in Ronaldo again.
Yeah, but at the same time, those 2 to 3 games.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't help because I think there's this guy. I think it's a Rafa Silva of Benfica. He quits the national team for whatever reason. So, and that's probably the next best striker.
No, but he was
quit.
mid as hell as well, though. He wasn't great.
But he's better than Ramos.
No, that's the whole point.
Debatable.
If you're the manager, right, of Portugal, and you're looking at your attackers, and your most consistent attacker is a 40-year-old, you're not going to care about his age. You're going to most likely play him. Of course, you're going to substitute him after like the 60th minute because you don't want him to get back pains and his nurse needs to attend to him. But at the same time, who do you have?
Age 27.
But at the same time, who do you have up top that's consistent? Like I'm telling you, the Portuguese front line is massively overrated in terms of the way people ridicule and criticize Cristiano, acting like he's stopping them from bringing in the next generation. The next generation haven't shown that they're good enough.
It doesn't help that Andre Silva fell off. It doesn't help that Andre Silva fell off.
Yeah, no. All these guys all have spikes, right?
I said Andre Silva.
All these guys. All these forwards for Portugal always have 2 to 3 good games, and then all of a sudden they disappear. What are you going to do as a manager? You're going to rely on the one guy that's been consistent throughout every single campaign for them. He might not be the best. He might be old. He might be a piss bag merchant. But at the end of the day, you have to deal with what you have. If the other guys aren't stepping up, why would you start them consistently, knowing that your job is on the line? That's the problem with Portugal. As much as people want to blame Cristiano, they don't have anybody that's amounting to his.
So basically, Zimmer, you agree with me that Portugal should head into the next World Cup with a 41-year-old as their starting striker?
They have to. Who else? Who else are you going to start?
No, wait, Zimmer. I said I agree. I think that's what should happen.
You know what's going to help them, HH, if Gonzalo Ramos gets a move this summer and actually becomes a starter?
No, but again,
how is that going to help them?
No, because he barely plays at PSG. That's a problem for them.
No.
But can you guarantee me that if he starts regularly, he can be a better option than CR41?
He's. I can't guarantee that. That's true. I can't guarantee that. But nothing's a guarantee. Give him one season at a decent team, possibly. He banks 20 goals and we see what he can do.
No, but again, his best performance, I believe, was in the knockout stage, right? Where he ended up scoring a hat trick in the World Cup. But again, after that, this guy's been non-existent. And you say that him going to another team will find his consistency. What makes you think that that's automatically going to translate?
I said to possibly find his consistency and possibly give him a new option because now they have anyone essentially, no one that starts.
But is that even like an upcoming Portuguese striker that you can think off the top of your head?
A striker thinking right now,
that you can actually rely on internationally right now. There isn't many.
I can't think of one.
There isn't many. So it's like it's by default sentence like he has to be the starter. I know you're going into it with a 60-year-old going into a 2026. But at the end of the day, if you don't have any better, then I don't understand why everyone's raving and saying that Cristiano Ronaldo should retire. He shouldn't be a part of the setup. They don't have anyone better. So in that sense, I kind of get where people are coming with the frustration of getting new blood. But when the new blood isn't there and they're not performing, I can't expect much from them.
Wait, can you give Cobham a brick or a yellow card?
Zima, I have a question.
What Cobham say?
Yeah.
In the streets.
I have a question. The fact of the matter is, he is so important to the way they play, right? Eventually, we might never know how good these guys are until he's just completely knowing the setup. Like that is a possibility. Like the fact of the matter is,
but do you think as an individual, he's stopping them from playing their best game? He's not involved in the play.
I wouldn't say he currently stops.
Cobham, that's a brick, by the way. Cobham.
I think stops is quite a heavy word to use. But again, we don't know how good these guys are unless they're going to play without a Ronaldo in the future. Like these guys, individual talent, right? With the right manager as well, because Martinez probably isn't the guy to get the best out of them. But on a level of just talent, right? They are good enough to make Portugal competitive. Maybe not win, but definitely make them more competitive than they are now. At least from my point of view.
And this whole thing of like Portugal are top 3 in terms of talent, I don't know where you guys see that. I'm gonna be honest. There's only 5 to 6 players maybe that are rated amongst the Portuguese national team, and I don't.
So you're saying England's talent pool is more talented.
Yeah. England's talent pool is more talented. Like that's not even up for debate.
Wait, hang on.
They have more versatility in terms of talent.
When you say
And the
when you
talent
say
pool.
5 to 6, you mean the best 11, yeah? Out of the best 11.
Yeah.
So who's
Yeah,
that?
wait, so
Who's that?
I would
wait,
say
6
that.
out of 11 players is very good. Is that what you're saying?
I'll be honest with you, man.
No. But compare that to
Should
other
I drop
nations.
it? Oh.
No. Compare that.
Nah.
Compare that to other nations, right? You look at Argentina. Their talent pool is massive. You look at
Okay, but no.
you look at
But
France,
starting
their
11.
talent pool is
Wait,
massive.
hang on.
You look at
Starting 11,
Spain.
starting 11.
Their talent pool is better. In terms of
starting 11,
4 to 5
starting
players.
Why he doesn't win the break? He doesn't win.
No, Zeman.
No. To be fair, it's not really
He's ready for
five.
that break. So
It's
not really five.
He's just talking over the break.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. What's a brick for? Go ahead.
No. Why ask the question? Because I have the brick loaded up just in case.
Go
ahead.
So you said in the starting 11, there's like, let's say max 6 players in that Portuguese team that are very good, correct?
Yeah. 5
Right?
to 4. Yeah.
Isn't that good enough to win your international?
See, when he said 5 to 6, don't touch it.
Oh, okay.
He said 5 to 4. No. He said 5 to 6.
No, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Carry on.
Yeah, so what's continue?
How many would you say is in the Argentina team?
I would say the Argentina team have. I would say their whole talent pool is better. That's my whole point.
No, Zima, start 11.
Talent pool is better.
No. Starting 11.
Nah. You see,
Zima, you better say all 11 players are world class. You better say that. Because
It's not
Zima,
about
if you
world
don't,
class.
this break is coming down hard.
My whole point
So
is-
Zima,
my
how
whole
many
point
players
is-
in the Argentina team are top tier world class? How many?
Again, you're misconstruing. My whole point is not about who's world class and who isn't in terms of talent pool. What I mean by talent
That's what you
pool
just said.
is the ability. It's the talent level that you have. For example, England has a better talent pool than the likes of Portugal because they have in terms of defense, when it comes to midfield, when it comes to attack, they're better than Portugal. Talent for talent.
So England. Hold on. England's midfield is more talented than Portugal. I'll give you attack.
Stop the cap.
I'll give you attack. Midfield.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Wait. Hold on. Zima.
You don't have a left back.
Okay. In terms of defense, who do you think has more talent pool, Portugal or England?
Bro, England don't have functioning
Portugal.
fullback.
What are you talking about? Portugal.
Bro, England plays least England left back.
Wait. Hold on. Zima.
Who's England's left back? Who's England's left back?
Sure.
The first one. Okay. Nuno Mendes is 10 times better than him. Centre backs.
No, but it's not a bomb for England. That's the problem.
That's not my point. I'm talking about talent pool. Trent, the likes of Trent. What is it? Livermore was from Newcastle.
No. Okay, fine. Give it a chance. Who has the better midfield, Portugal or England? Talent pool.
In terms of midfield,
Portugal.
I would say England have a deeper midfield than them.
Jesus.
Portugal have no. Portugal.
Out of Vitinha and Neves, who else you rate in the Portugal midfield?
Yeah, Vitinha and Neves are the only 2 midfielders you guys.
So you have Vitinha, you have Ruben Neves, you have João Neves.
No, you said Ruben Neves. That plays in Saudi. He's shit.
Ruben Neves plays in Saudi.
And what was the highest team he played for?
Henderson just got
That's
selected
my
for
whole
England,
point.
and he plays.
Okay. Okay, so who's England's midfield? So Jolof, who else?
What is it? Bellingham.
Maino.
Scrub. Be serious right now.
KJ, how is he scrub? He was the best player for England's Euros last campaign. What are you talking about?
No, KJ just talked out of instinct.
Yeah, he got further than Portugal did last Euro. So what are you talking about?
It was because of him that happened.
They were playing Switzerland.
What happened in that
stuff.
final? They got swiped aside.
Yeah, who did Portugal play? Who did Portugal play?
Well, Portugal played France.
Yeah, they didn't play anyone and they still lost. So it is what it is.
Okay, wait. Let's just get back on. So Zeman, back on track.
No, he was asking about the talent pool, and like I said, I don't think they're top 3. Portugal.
Okay. So you don't feel Portugal have a strong chance next year based on talent?
I don't think they do. They could probably make it to the quarterfinals, but I don't see them as real contenders winning it. I think anybody that thinks that, they're overblowing how good they are individually, how much of a talent pool that they do have compared to other nations.
They could fluke a semi-final, but not consistently. They can't consistently.
No. But again, would you say Portugal are contenders?
No.
No, heck no. No,
to be
one is
honest,
saying that.
You can't really say that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I get Steven's point, but to be honest, you can't really say that until the groups are drawn, because until you see the path, the matchups, because we can say one about Portugal, but if the Portugal get the right matchups up into a final, you don't know, and that's
And
wait.
also add this also really quickly to add as well very quickly to add as well. I think what we're seeing right now is the gap between countries is not that vast.
Exactly.
It's not that vast. So, like, gone are the days of like, oh my gosh, we have to now face a Brazil or a Germany or a thingy.
Yeah.
I don't think Argentina and Spain are that much better than an England or a Portugal or France. I think basically people are a lot much closer together than we really think.
International football is a lot smaller.
It's a lot closer now than it was back in the day. It's a lot closer now.
Okay, if you're trying to say that they could possibly go through a Fugazi round and they could possibly make it to a final and they have a chance of winning it, okay, that's the standard for a lot of nations. If we're talking about the favorites going into the World Cup.
Wait, so a lot of nations. So what? So is this the same for Curacao, Uzbekistan, Nicaragua?
No. I'm talking about nations like Argentina. In terms of nations that are favorites, right? We all say Argentina are one of the favorites, right?
Yeah.
We all say Spain are one of the favorites. We all say France are one of the favorites.
Yeah.
And we all say in terms of
the Netherlands.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Only three then. That means there's only
So
three then.
wait. Okay. Wait. No. Wait. Hold on, Zima.
Outside of that, I would even put England ahead of these guys, just purely based off what they've been doing.
But no one thinks England's going to win a World Cup.
No. I'm talking about favorites. I'm sorry, you don't put Portugal ahead of them. What have Portugal done in order to deserve to be one of the favorites? You guys say they're dark horses, but they're not even top 4, top 5.
No. We said dark horses last World Cup, and what did they do? We do this every single time. We overhyped them. They're not that great.
They're not that great. Like you guys.
No. Basically, all I'm saying though is that I just feel that, as my point is that teams are a lot closer than we think, and I think that it could be just down to again. So Portugal went as how penalties.
Well, no one expected Morocco to.
Wait. Who did they lose in the Euros? Portugal.
No one expected Morocco. No one expected. You're talking about favorites, right? That's irrelevant. Morocco got to the semis, and no one expected that. It's when it comes to tournament football, you can't easily say the favorites. So they're going to be the 4 remaining teams or the 2 remaining teams.
That's not my point. My point isn't the fact that they could make it to semis. That's a possibility, right? It just depends on the route that they take. At the same time, we can't be out here saying that they are one of the favorites going into the tournament.
Who said they're one of the favorites? I said that. I said that. I think that there's a possibility that they could win a World Cup. They're not one of their favorites. Like put it this way, Nicaragua have no chance of winning the World Cup.
I got a question for you, man. You're gonna make me sound like you're gonna make me sound like I'm an EPL merchant right now, right?
Go for it.
In terms of favorites, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's more of a favorite, England or Portugal?
England.
It's
Easily.
It's England, man. Come on.
In terms of
But this is a problem.
Okay. My thing. Okay.
Again, man.
Hold on. Let's ask a real question. When was the last really big team at their best that England beat in a knockouts?
No, forget
So- So are they in the same boat?
Nah, if
No,
both
they're
of them
not.
are in the same
They're
boat,
not,
I'm
because-
picking
because-
the team
because
that
at
went
the end of the
further in
day-
the international
No,
tournament.
no.
No
but
matter
at the
what
same-
you want to say, England made 2 finals in the last 2
that's-
international
No.
tournaments.
No.
It's 2 Euros. Like, what are we?
Basically, Basically, my thing is that put it this way, if England were to face Portugal in a knockout, it could go either way. I don't know who wins.
No. But this is my point, right? As much as everyone wants to ridicule England for not winning it, for not delivering it, at the end of the day, these guys have made it consistently to finals in 2 Euros. The fact that they made it to a semifinal in the World Cup, compared to Portugal's side that doesn't have the experience and that doesn't have the talent level, Why would you say that they're in
No,
the
no, no,
same
no.
level?
Okay, no.
Wait, hold on, guys.
You could
Wait,
say-
hold on.
you could say-
Gatlock.
You could say the way they went to was
Wait, hold on,
fugazi, but at the end of the day-
Gatlock.
You say, but you can't discourage, you can't remove that part that the what they've gone through to get to those finals were not really that tough, if we're being honest. Okay.
No, I get
Because
that.
At the end of the day,
Wait, hold on, guys. One at a time.
That's
One at a
not
time.
my point. That's
One at
not
a time. Gatlock.
No, because at the end of the day, when they got to the final, what happened? They always lost to the team that took the harder part. But here's the thing, bro. If I'm going to talk about the whole Portugal this thing, I do agree with Zima in the sense of you guys kind of hype up their talent, which is understandable. They do have a lot of talent. But here's the thing. I don't really look at much of talent more than if you turn up for your country. That's the
What do you do on the day?
Exactly, yeah.
I put Spain higher than Portugal. This win is great, but I still put Spain higher than Portugal because in terms of major tournaments, Spain have turned up. Hence last Euros. I put Portugal ahead of England because they say what you want. England have gotten to major finals more recently than Portugal, true. But Portugal did bring home a trophy on foreign soil against a team in France that 2 years later they went to go and win the World Cup in their own country. So they got the job done there. If we're being honest, they got the job done there. But the only thing I'll say about that scenario is I don't really see anybody as maybe concrete favorites of maybe reaching the semi, except for maybe Spain and Argentina, if I'm being honest. I think France, if they maybe get their shit together, they probably could be up there as well because those guys are kid merchants, if we're being honest. So we want about this.
It's impossible to know. That's the thing. It's because my thing is that how are we assuming that? Because for me, people like I was speaking to my friend earlier today and said, "Oh no, Spain will definitely win the next World Cup." I'm like, no, they're not. I can guarantee you, Spain are not winning the World Cup next year. They will do well. They'll go far. But I cannot guarantee that they're going to win the World Cup next year. No,
but that's the thing. We don't know what the future holds. We don't even know how many players are going to be available for that World Cup. I'm only using it based on now's knowledge, 2025 June's knowledge of what I know about Spain and Argentina. And right now, to me, they're but
Gatlock, all I'm saying though is this Portugal team capable of winning a World Cup based on talent?
Top to bottom, is Spain better than France? Top to bottom.
They don't have the manager.
I think they can go far. I think
No. Take the manager out of it. Is this group talent-wise capable of winning a World Cup?
It's not.
Zeman, top to bottom. Zeman, quick question. Top to bottom, is Spain better than France? Top to bottom talent, just pure talent. Talent-wise, is Spain better than France right now?
I would say France is more talented. Yeah, it's the most talented squad.
Okay, there
No, because I'm comparing them to like the likes of Portugal, who I think are overrated in terms of where people rank them. In terms of people saying that they're one of the favorites, they're not.
Yeah, they're much.
You only have like five to four players that everyone rates. The rest are.
Yeah, but
let's be honest.
But here's the thing. Would you be surprised if they win the World Cup?
Yeah, that's.
I would be shocked. That would be.
That's crazy. You'd be shocked if Portugal win the World Cup.
Yes.
Stop. Zeman, stop.
That's an achievement. That's an achievement and a half.
No. Zeman, in 2025, 2026. If that Portugal team wins the World Cup, you'll be shocked.
Yes.
Look at the world we're living. Okay.
Yes.
Zeman, Zeman, that is there a country right now that has the same kind of fear that we had of, let's say, Brazil in the 90s or Germany in the 90s or 2000? No, there is nothing to be feared.
You can't compare it relatively to what it is now.
Relatively speaking, when it comes to Portugal, they've never won a World Cup. That would be an amazing achievement by them. How's that not shocking for a nation?
No. An amazing achievement and shocks a different thing. Wait, hold on. Elijah.
What Z-Man is saying is highly understandable because, like, with Portugal, the thing with Portugal is you got to look back. When you look back at Portugal's record in this, especially in the World Cup this century, you can't go necessarily and just say, yeah, Portugal is going to win a World. No, these guys they lost a knockout stage game to Morocco. They were getting knocked out in groups by, the likes of the US and John.
But that's why you have new talent, though.
But no, hold on.
Hold on. Let him land.
I'm talking in terms of Portugal's history. I'm not negating the fact that Portugal can go tomorrow and do the same thing. They can do it. But can you just go and just assume that they could do it? No. Based off of just their history in this competition, you can't. Now, that's why it's going to be an achievement, because due to their history, it doesn't say that they're capable of doing it.
Exactly.
That's why it's going to be an achievement. That's what he said. He's not negating the fact that they can or cannot.
No. But see, but Elijah, an achievement and shock are two different things. When Greece won the Euros, that's what's shocking.
Yeah.
Portugal winning a World Cup is not shocking. It's great achievement, but it's not shocking. Greece winning a Euros is a shock. So Portugal winning. Wait, hold up. So hold up. So you're saying that Portugal winning the World Cup is the same as Greece winning the Euros?
No, I'm not saying it's not the same. It doesn't have to be the same, but it's still shocking in what it is.
Let me land. By your definition, you said that Portugal are not one of the favorites going into the World Cup, right?
They're not. No.
If they win it, by all definition, that's shocking. Because they weren't one of your favorites going into it.
No. Wait, hold on. Okay. Wait. Hold up.
When you have other nations ahead
Ziman, let's say, Ziman, there are tiers to this. So let's say tier 1 are your favorites.
3 teams.
And tier 2 are guys who could most likely win. Then tier 3 are your outsiders, and tier 4 are nowhere. Portugal are in that tier 2. And if they win it, it's an amazing achievement.
Yeah,
if they're in the tier 2.
There's still an element of shock because it's Portugal, a team that doesn't have no history winning.
No. Okay, can I?
Still an element of shock.
Do you know what shock means?
No, Zima, wait. Can I ask you a question? The gap in not talent, not just talent, but even performance in the way this Portuguese team play.
Yeah.
The gap between them and who I consider one of the strongest countries in Argentina, is it vast?
Is vast in terms of performance talent pool. It's vast.
It's not vast.
It's not vast.
We can't get through this.
It's vast because again we're talking about Argentina's side that won back-to-back Copas in the World Cup. So please, let's put a context behind it compared to Portugal side that haven't done anything.
No, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me go to this. So shout out to your boy Shimazu Tayisha. Leave Ronaldo alone. He's 40. That sounds like it's straight. That sounds like straight. He's 40 and has hair. He can cry for joy of winning. Those who are 40 and bald must cry his sadness and bad luck.
Damn,
I feel that was a shot at me. I feel that was a shot at me somehow.
You didn't. No, bro. You got hair, bro. You got hair. What do you mean?
But you said you're not 40 though. You lied about your age.
True. That's true. I'm not 40. Shout out to the Don. Nuno made sure his boy Dembu secured that. Do you think that?
Come on now, twin.
Do you think he was thinking of Dembele when he faced Yamal? That look, let me secure the bag.
Clearly.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he was excited to face the big boy everyone else was talking about this whole time.
Yeah.
Let's be
honest. Hamza.
That kind of stuff,
if man's want to call it major, all I ask is where is that when saying 3 international trophies, you give context for them. For example, somebody could have 2 World Cups, another might have 1 World Cup and 2 years, and another 2 Nations Leagues and Euros.
I think that's funny. For me,
did you see the DM I sent you, man?
I'll check it.
I think for me, it should be if you have your continental tournament, the Nations League is like your tier 2.
Yeah, true.
It's the next best thing.
It's okay. So, Elijah, do you know what the issue is? Is that when you just invent a tournament that doesn't have the kind of history that, let's say, the Euros or AFCON or World Cup have.
It's going to take time.
That's why, for people like, okay, is it real, is it not real? Because people know that this is the Euros, this has history.
But to be fair, in defense of the Nations League, what I like about the Nations League is at least you're actually paired with comparable teams.
Exactly.
With some of these I'm not dissing the World Cup or the UEFA, but let's be real, a lot of the time, you can play bums in the group stage, you can get lucky in the quarterfinals, and then you're in a semi-final, and then we're in a final. At least in the Nations League, in the groups and in the knockouts, you're playing against comparable teams at your level. So you can make an argument that at least with this, whoever wins it, they've actually had to play against the best teams in Europe or whatever group they have to actually achieve. So again, not saying it's better than them, but at least in the defense of the Nation League, it's not like Spain or Portugal, Germany, whoever wins is playing against Slovenia.
Shouldn't we base it on how much players
to the
care?
end? So
Should
there is
not necessarily.
I don't wait. And how do we gauge how much players care? How do we gauge that? How hard do they play?
I just go based on.
AK, what's the question?
No, it's on what Z-Man said. So, HH, I have a question. If England were to win the next World Cup, would you consider it shocking?
No.
No, based on their talent. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'll say, that's it, because I'll be in two minds. In one mind, this is a nation that have not won anything since 1966.
Exactly.
So in that one mind, it'll be shocking. But the other mind, I feel this is the one of their most talented ever generations. So that's mind, it won't be. So it's like, one hand is like, wow, you've not won since 1966. So it is a shocker that you actually managed to win it because you're just known as perennial losers. But on the other side is you have one of the most talented ever sides, so you should win based on your talent pool.
Pull up comments.
Hold on, AK.
The way you think about England should be the way you think about Portugal. Like, you should be equally shocked or surprised at if Portugal are winning it compared to if England. They're basically the same type of team, bro. Portugal have won one international tournament in their history, Euros, and England. Same thing,
AK, that's incorrect because Portugal have reached, England have reached 2 Euros finals and a World Cup semis in the last.
True, that too.
It's not the same level.
You should be more shocked.
It should be more shocking.
You should be more shocking.
No. The word should not be shocked. It should be surprised. Shocked is like shocked would be. I think Cobham said it. Shocked would be if Donald
Greece
Trump
won the Euros.
Greece won the Euros.
Or if Donald Trump, by some odd reason, we see Pulisic with the World Cup. That's shocking.
That's shocking. Thank you.
That is shocking.
That's not shocking. That's real.
That's life altering. That's not shocking. That's life altering.
Hold on.
That's life changing.
Shout out to Tansi. Bruno International Trophy while Modric. #Trivella. #Serie As. Oh Lord. Yeah. Shout out to AC Milan, man. Due posted on Twitter, CR7 still brought in.
Yes, he did.
Wait, what? I know you lying. Boy, give me a second.
Shots fired.
It wasn't him. It was Due doesn't have a Twitter account.
Shout out to Barry. Big up to Desertinaldo. Jesus. Still a washed, eye-destroying, horrific, non-welcome knockout goal ass men's society piece of wow. Awful and disgraceful player. Looking forward to seeing my favor up at World Cup 2026. Smiley emoji.
Sounds kind of personal.
You're ratting, Barry. You're ratting.
That sounds very personally did, bro.
Hella jelly.
Has H ever called Mendes best left back before today? Nope. No. I haven't.
I have.
But today I will. And today I have. Things change.
Well, because of the Nations League.
Shout out to the Don. No. It takes everything into account. Also, he locked up to the best player in the world. How wasn't Kylian Mbappe one of the best players in the world in 2018? Bro was 4th in Ballon d'Or. Yes, Messi and CR7 were better than him, but that doesn't mean he wasn't.
Nah, bro, I can't lie, but the Mbappe stuff that's going on Twitter is like, bro.
Why? What's happening?
Did you see Culture Cam say? He said Chuck
more-
is more talented footballer.
Yeah,
than
that's
Mbappe.
going too far.
That's a problem.
Man, the Mbappe hate is crazy.
You had the Mbappe FC was proud though.
Shout out to the church.
AJ, he can't pass like Shirky. That's why.
I'm the biggest Ryan Chucky fan there is, but bro, like, he is not more talented than Mbappe. You know, athleticism is a talent. Like, you know.
No offense, AK. No offense. Okay, no offense, but if you are the biggest Turkey fan, the guy is finished because, bro, you've only defended him for like half a hangout. Like
you switch up. You don't support.
I said that he had to start in the Euros last year, bro. But
no. He's been a Turkey dude. No. But here's the thing. In 2018, I think the gap between of Messi and Cristiano and Mbappe was much greater than Yamal is with Dembele, Salah, and Rafinha.
No, I don't know.
Wait, so you're saying that Mbappe was near the level of 2018 Messi and 2018 Cristiano?
Okay, those are generational players. That's not fair.
No. But Kichi, it is what it is.
The world comparisons.
No, but it is what it is. Like, as when Mbappe was 18 and at that time, Messi was there, Cristiano was there, so it is just what it was. So that if you not take Mbappe 19 in today's world, then we can have that convo. If you don't transport 19-year-old Mbappe into 2025. But
he's probably the best player in the world. He's probably the best player in the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah. Bro, Mbappe 19 now. Oh, of course, he's the best player in the world.
Also improve as you improve.
I would not be surprised if Yamal pulled a Rodri. No. That whole Rodri thing was
no. Rodri wasn't even in the conversations till the night before.
Yeah, it made no sense. It literally made no sense. It's the most insane.
I'll be honest.
Guy, no. That's Ballon. I've never seen that thing before. Literally, he literally was. Bro, he was not even in the conversation until the night before this whole thing.
Can we talk about this Ronaldo Ribery Ballon d'Or thing?
Oh no, we'll get there because Cristiano, come on, bro, we'll get there. Tides FC, when Nigeria asks one trophies, okay, all right, thank you for that. Bomb Wise guy, I know that was you, bro, and that's a yellow. Wise guy, no, that's a yellow, and I know that was you, bro. Nate, definitely not Mendes in Portuguese. They said it's right.
Exactly.
So what is it? It's Mendes.
Yes, Nuno Mendes.
Yes,
Mendes.
Nuno Mendes.
Mendes, yeah, Nuno Mendes.
Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, it's just like Bruno Fernandes.
Shout out to Chisbus,
Bruno
but
Fernandes.
shout out to Promo.
Nuno Mendes.
Yamal should quickly donate to charity to raise PR. That's the pro. This is disgusting.
Sadiq, keep it.
Shout out to Jaden. Now, what I expect for Ronaldo, I think he can still play football.
It's got to be no, Jaden. It's got to be 45, bro. Because let's be really. I think he left because of his hip. I don't think
he needs to be a fifth man. Elijah,
hold on. Elijah.
No. He played well, but he should.
So I feel nice. However, he's 40 and he should be subbed off if they're not playing. So it's overall just.
Elijah, he's biologically 26, 27 though. He said that. So why are we?
Biologically, he needs a hip replacement, man. What are we talking about?
To be fair,
but for his age,
people out here act like he's not 90, man. Like the guy can't even do one step without.
I'm not saying like just the way that he just sat there, just shook his head.
I just said no. I get it. I couldn't do it, bro. I felt bad when he came off. I really did.
Wait, no, HH, my guy scored and shushed everybody just to sit down and prove them.
Nah, don't show me, man. Nah, come on.
I mean, he did his part, man. He scored.
Wait, hold on, no. So guys, look, I say that goal took everything out of it.
No, come on, man.
The shush, him sitting there contradicted the shushing. Like the shushing was all to prove he can still do it. And after the goal, he sat down.
Bro,
just gonna say nothing. I just shut him off, bro. But moving on swiftly. Oh God, my tears. Hold on. Shout out to Hamza, man. Why does this take a stinker of the proportion of the game versus Slovenia in 2024 for Cristiano Ronaldo to get called washed? But a game like today. Wait, hold on. Can someone read this?
No, basically he's saying.
Wait, are you crying again?
Yeah. I'm crying again because yes. Wait. Can someone just read the double while I clean my shades?
Why does it?
Wait, okay. AK, read it. AK, read it. AK.
Why does it take a stinker of the proportion of the game versus Slovenia in 2024 for CR to get called washed, but a game like today and others where he doesn't resemble a drunkard gets his fans and media horny?
That's funny.
That's crazy. Damn. No. Like, guys, there are hardcore Cristiano fans there. He can score a rebound and it's happened, and they're going to call him the goal. I'm hearing Ballon d'Or shouts. I'm hearing Cristiano Ballon d'Or shouts.
You know what doesn't make any sense to me?
Shot ahead of Mbappe.
No, do you know what doesn't make any sense to me? They say a Euros and a Nations League is a harder tournament than the World Cup, but he can't score in a World Cup knockout stage. How does it make any sense?
That doesn't make sense. That's the issue.
They're defeating their own logic with their logic. Like what?
Jade Swiss, I'm lost. I'm lost with his dudes.
You let a guy called Haji score.
Shout to. I'm looking for Taj Mahal. He's 70. All right, what is it? Wait. So are we now getting racial? Is this what we're doing now?
Yes, you
Taj Mahal is insane, bro.
Taj Mahal? No, I think that's racist.
KJ, you think that's
Good
Indian?
slander names, man.
Wait, is my jersey? Hold on.
That's not even there, bro.
Oh, damn it.
That's a black.
Look,
That's a
okay,
black
yeah.
Finally had to wash it, man.
Okay, shut your mouth. This stuff is clean, bro. Bro, 87.
Wait, did you take it for dry cleaning?
Our aim is to win now. Of course, we'll be doing some Club World Cup. Everything pops up on Sunday.
we have more of a chance of going further than you. So
I know. Ulrich. I know. Drilling for all.
If you lose the Seattle Sounders, I'm gonna have a problem.
Shout out to Beagle. Thank you for the dub, man. Promo. Mendes had. Okay, guys.
Oh.
Now,
days.
that's crazy.
My days.
Now that's crazy.
Well, the guy's not even Indian.
Wait, have these guys had all these in the drafts and just waiting?
Like, this is crazy.
Jason West. These people have what's a really good slander, and they've saved this praying for today. These come from drafts, bro. This is not off the freaking dome. These are all drafts that these guys have. Do you know how sad you have to be? Wait, guys, this is a 17-year-old, and guys are reveling in this. You guys are sad, man. Nah, you guys are sad. Man. You guys are sad. But I respect the hits. I respect the hits. Shout out to Kevin Tiro, man. Because of Hoyland, Garnacho and Amorim United are 17th. United are handing out points like cycling Mikey. What the? Alex Ferguson would rather a Katie Hopkins sex tape than watch.
Oh, what the hell?
You know, I'm trying to miss the old. You know, when was this English talent or remember when English talents or Dadius went to go and change their name to Kelvin Tairo? That guy was actually funnier than the actual guy.
It was. Shout out to one of you. CR7 is now Odon to win Ballon d'Or by 80%. Obviously, this is a lie. What if Cristiano ends up on the podium? Is that good?
Bro,
That should.
Wait, hold on. Say he will.
That's Doi. That's Doi. If
he does,
You guys are talking about it, even though you guys don't live in Europe anymore.
That's Doi, HH.
Bro, if he ends up on the podium, I'm nuking Nigeria, bro.
Wait, is he on the yellow? I think it's on the yellow.
No, this is
on the
first yellow.
He's on the yellow.
First yellow.
You give him a yellow first time for that stupid Tony.
Why
Thank
you
you,
Nigeria?
bro. Actually, no. What the hell? That is a second yellow. That's
Wow.
Wait, no, that's VAR. VAR.
No.
Wait, we know what we're going to do.
You said
Okay, hold on. Can we go to VAR?
5 yellows is a red.
BR doesn't do second yellows, right?
No. You said 5 yellows is a red last time.
5, yeah, you did say that 5. You said 5
That's
yellows.
a hangout ban. You're calling me a snitch. You know I'm Nigerian, if man, you donkey. You guys calling me a snitch, man? Just get my
so
country.
guys,
Don't
keep in mind that take your personal buzz of how you view YSK and be objective here. He insulted my country and said he was going to nuke Nigeria, which is very offensive. Keep that in mind.
That would actually make the world a better place.
Wait,
What?
why didn't you?
Yo,
wait, why would you?
That's a red. That's a red.
Wait,
That's
no,
a red. I'm sorry. That's a red. That's a red.
And wait, hold on.
I don't care. That's a red.
No, there's no review.
And he's black.
That's a red.
Yeah.
KJ. And yo. Out of that. There you go.
What did KJ do?
I'm glad KJ beat me to it, man. I was going to say that to KJ, man.
Man, streets, you guys suck, man.
You can't even see.
You guys are losers, bro.
You can't even see. You can't even see.
Do you know how weird it is? So KJ gets sense of and gets who replaces
I
him.
thought KJ was gonna switch to Saul. I thought KJ was gonna switch. To
Yo!
Oh, welcome, Ricardo. Welcome.
How you guys doing, man? Sorry I didn't come on.
Ricardo,
I didn't come on early because I had a baby shower to attend to. Having another member of my family being added soon, so
Oh,
good
wow.
times.
Oh, that's a foul on chat, bro. What the?
Okay, AK, can you please mute? Okay, thank you, AK.
Foul Siakam, they didn't call anything for.
Wait, AK, how high does your voice go? That's actually quite scary though. Your voice actually
He's
goes that
younger
high.
than all of us here. Come on.
Yeah. Shout out to if CR7 gets its 1,000 goal with a walkout through, it's over. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If CR7's 1,000th goal is the walk winner, you wouldn't see me. Bro.
So from now until June next year, he's gonna get 62 goals.
Hey, anything is possible when Golden is at the helm.
That's it. Actually no. I think that's
if he goes to the Bengal.
If he wins that league,
if he hits up the Indian Premier League, then maybe.
Yeah, or the Bengali Super League.
At 40, nah. Gina, brother, I'm not Portuguese, by the way. I'm Mexican. Oh, I'm a Ronaldo and Madrid fan. However, I try to be a neutral football fan, but as a CR7 fan, I wanted him to win. Okay, shout out to that. Shout out to Jaden, bro.
Is he more Portuguese than Mexican?
People like Jaden, this is what you should be. The issue I have with people like on social media, when I I look at them like political parties. The Messiists and the Ronaldoists. Can you just know how to maintain a balance, people?
No,
instead of can we just enjoy these two phenoms for what they are?
Elijah.
No,
Elijah. Did you see the banner today? Did you see the banner of that guy that says CR7, please touch me?
Please touch me.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Gatlock, what?
Yes.
What?
In the stadium, somebody says CR7, please touch me on a banner, and they showed it on the TV, and I'm like,
bro, I can't lie. The cameraman needs to be fired, bro. He showed it twice.
No, not fired. No, he's supposed to be sent to jail.
He showed the same thing twice, bro.
Because you know that kids are watching that stuff. Cristiano, please touch me.
Yeah, that's why.
That's getting clipped. 100%, man.
They should have put a pause on next bit as well.
Yo, that is a clip, Z-Man. That's a great clip, Z-Man. Thank you, Z-Man. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Hold on, Z-Man. That's crazy. Guys, wait, hold on. I'm going to keep this within the clip. That was within context, and I was referring to something that people were afraid of.
It's too late, bro. It's too late.
I swear to you guys, if you, because YSK, I know that you're a music producer. If you put that to a beat, bro, if you dare put that to a hip hop beat, bro,
that's a disgrace. I'm just saying,
bro.
The dick writing pisses me off.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
When Bruno Fernandes came to Man United, the fans gassed him up like he's the second coming of Luis Figo. Yes, they signed Figo, but he was El Figo from Temu. Is that a break or do we
wait, why do you say like that? It's team.
Bro, that's a waste of a break, bro. Just move on, man.
Thunder. Nigeria dark horse if they don't play against Messi. Remember that free kick in 2014 and that 2018 right foot finish to send Adesina through #GOAT.
Wait, how can you be a dark horse if you need anything not in the competition?
But we beat them in the '96 Olympics, bro. So it is what it is, man. We still got a
Nigeria is disabled.
CR7 said Rooney is 4 years younger than him and still envies him, and he has got a hair transplant and still looks like Phil Mitchell.
That's actually facts. That's sort of facts. It's
kind of that's facts. That's big clubs in 2025 Europe's top 5 leagues would have signed CR7 unless he agreed to play left back. CR7 in 2025 is now Cristiano Cantona.
That's actually creative, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, that's actually a good bar.
That's actually a good bar.
Cristiano Cantona. That's actually pretty.
Cristiano with a H for it's crazy.
That adds to the whole thing. That makes it funny.
Moving on.
Shout out to Talents FC. The Black Robin on his CV. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay. Yes. Cajun was the chosen one to defend. Okay. All right. What's it called? So.
I want to talk on the game.
Gatlock. Talk to me, Gatlock.
Okay. First of all, Nuno Mendes. Obviously, you gotta talk about the guy. The guy, amazing left back at 22 years old. Honestly, I thought this guy was like 24, 25. But it's like when you said, man, some people are young and experienced, some are young and inexperienced. Clearly, this guy is definitely experienced. He's a definitely upgrade from whoever they had that left back before. You see, I have an issue with some of the picks. I get that Carvajal is injured, but honestly, we saw what Garcia did against Okay, I know after we saw the Champions League final, me saying Inter is not really a big deal. But we saw Garcia against Inter. He wasn't bad. He was actually okay. And he can play right back. And the fact that he didn't put him as an option, you rather play a midfielder there. I find you Mingueza and Poro. Bro, we saw Poro in Tottenham. This guy is dog shit, and you put him there. Like no. Anyway, Oyasabal is a better striker than whatever they have. They have that Samu guy, which he's a bit, he's a bit. He's
Gatlock.
I'm just saying.
Gatlock. I read your Gatlock. Wait, Gatlock. I read your DM, and someone replied to your DM, and Gatlock, don't you even dare bring that up on the here.
Wait.
I'm just saying.
Gatlock, don't you dare. Gatlock, I'm talking like a 5 hangouts ban if you dare bring up what he showed me in the DM, but continue.
How's that a foul? This bomb.
AK, if you say anything more on NBA, I will throw you out. AK, I don't want to hear any NBA commentary. Continue. Gatlock, continue.
I don't see the hype on this Houston guy, though, although I don't want to judge him too much. I don't watch Bournemouth much. He's on when I see him in Real Madrid, I don't know. I was surprised at the subs. No Omo, no Fermin, and even Kubasi didn't even start. And I'm just like,
wait, was Fermin Lopez on the bench?
Yeah, Fermin Lopez, Gavi, Olmo.
Olmo was on the bench. Gavi was on. See,
yeah,
you had to bring Merino, and I don't get the subs, man. Like,
yeah,
and that's something we saw in the Euros. Just that in the Euros, it wasn't exploited because, except for Zubimendi for Rodri, whenever this guy makes subs, De La Fuente, the team usually declines a bit. You saw what happened against France. The team just went after they scored that 3 goals. Now, okay, I may be the only person that is going to defend this guy, except for him playing João Neves out of position, which is very stupid. I don't understand the amount of hatred and criticism Roberto Martinez always gets.
Speak on it.
Because I feel like you guys yab this guy. Like, I mean, he deserves yabbing. Don't get me wrong. He makes some stupid moves. But I've seen Pep play a Champions League final without a DM. So I've seen many managers who are good. Yeah, that's it. I've seen many managers who the guy, look at his face, he looks desperate. Anyway, look, I've seen many managers.
Please.
I mean, it is
I'm just
God, please, just continue.
Thank you. Yeah. I've seen many managers, good managers, make some stupid mistakes. The thing about Roberto Martinez is, I remember against Germany, even though he won against Germany, the amount of insults you guys gave this guy, Kenny, KJ, everybody was just saying that this guy wasted a whole generation of Belgium and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, honestly, the time he went out in all those major competitions, like, is it really him or just that maybe some of these Belgian players they just didn't like?
Okay, but you look at what happened the last tournament with Belgium. A lot of that was you lost complete control of the dressing room.
No. But here's the thing: when your captain, who was at that time De Bruyne, comes out with, "Oh, the players are too old." Like the guy had already given up before the tournament. And here's the thing.
But here's the thing. A stronger manager would know how to respond to that, whether you drop him, you reprimand him, or anything. But because he doesn't really have any balls or anything wrong, he just literally took the coward way out and hardly did anything. And that just made the whole team just completely unravel, which was a completely embarrassing display. A manager you're supposed to take control of the dressing room, which he didn't. So I think that it is strong enough and has the kind of character and charisma to be able to take together a golden generation and inspire them to be the best versions of themselves. That's the issue.
Yeah, but how many managers international out there that can really actually do that? I mean, this is not club football like that. Because here's the thing. If I look at how he went out in all the tournaments, and okay, his first tournament, because okay, let's actually start in the tournament he wasn't there first. 2016. I don't know who their manager was, but the guy got bounced out by Wales. Okay. According to you, they have more shit.
It was what was it called? Wilmots.
Yeah, whatever it was, he got knocked out. And then 2018, the guy that was Roberto Martinez's first major tournament. he got knocked out by the eventual champions in France in the semi-finals. Then in 2021, he got knocked out by Italy, who were eventually going to win the tournament as well. In 2022, he got knocked out in the group stage, which is bad. However, the two people that came out of that group got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Morocco, who did they beat to get to that semi-finals? Portugal and Spain. Croatia, who did they beat in the round of 16? A team that beat Germany and Spain in the groups in Japan. And then they beat Brazil. So those were tough teams. And then I mostly put you saw that game against Croatia. Okay. You saw that game against Croatia. I'm sorry, there was a definite Belgian Congolese that was up in front of goal that missed sitters.
Belgium.
No, Belgium. Gatla, Belgium. Congo have given them
Elijah, what was the XG in that game for Lukaku?
I don't even want
to. It was bad. And
I think it was plus 3 GA.
And what makes me laugh is every time he missed, I feel bad for him.
He was sweating. He was sweating. Yeah, he was sweating.
No, I feel bad for you, but the guy sweats before he comes on the pitch. I don't understand that. I've never seen pre-game sweats before in my life, but that's how the guy is. Like, there's more expected sweats on that guy than actual goals for him. Because, bro, with the amount of times you've missed, it shouldn't come as a shock anymore when the guy always puts his hand on his hand, opens his mouth. Like, seriously, bro, you shouldn't be surprised anymore when you miss, because that guy was so dog shit, and you had the audacity to come out here and be like, "Oh, he was injured." I remember that postman. You were trying to defend him because of your stupidity of saying that the guy can play number 10. I'm sorry, that guy is trash. Okay, and
HH.
So basically, so you think that it's not an issue with the manager, it will be more so with the personnel for Portugal. So you believe Martinez can be the right man to take Portugal far as a manager?
I think him. Okay, you see, except for the stupidity of putting João Neves on right back, I think if he just comes up with a good tactic, with the way they play, because let's be honest, he has found a way to even use CR40 well. Even their old manager couldn't really use CR40 that well, hence why he got benched.
I mean, you can't use CR40 like he can barely run, you know.
True, but he's
there for tappings, bro. And tappings.
Someone had their cracks in the stadium every time he was making this step.
Look, he's been effective at 40 as the striker. Hence, you see, I think CR40 is playing the role of Lukaku did in Belgium. If we're being honest, just be there in the attack. Don't do anything else. Yeah, you're not caught doing anything else. But that's the thing. So I feel like he can definitely. I just feel like there's too much pressure on managers saying they should get. This is country football. You don't have that much time with these players like that. You only see them 10 times in a year. That's it.
Yeah.
You only see them 10 times a year. So it's like you don't have that much time for you to now start trying to establish. And how many of those players will be fit every time you pick them over the year? How many times will you see all those players? So I can't really I see him more as a character, because honestly, I see the Argentina team, and I'm like, these guys are not. They are good players, but when they put on that Argentine shirt, they step up. They step up. Even France sometimes, all the players that will be on the pitch, like the last World Cup, showed me that no, those guys, they can step up. No matter how they are for their club, they can step up. That's why I see for this Portugal team, they have to step up. Because I remember when Bernardo Silva was great for City, but when you don on a Portuguese shirt, you don't see the same guy. They just need to step up. That's what I see for the Portuguese team.
Can we quickly cook Morata real quick?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can someone? Okay, so Elijah. So I'm going to so Elijah, can you just if you thoughts on Morata, please.
Just before we cook him, can you share that screen of him in a Chelsea top, please?
Yeah. Oh no, but then before you do that, we talked about this earlier. Pull up my AVI.
Elijah, continue and please change that AVI.
HH, are you listening? Are you listening to that sound? Or you having like hearing problems?
Abdullah, I'm wearing Bose headphones.
Yeah.
So you think that I can't hear that sound for some reason?
I generally think you can't hear that. I generally think you can't hear that.
Elijah, can you please?
This guy's play the intro.
I know, mistake, Elijah. So Elijah, like, Elijah, what's his Morata like? What is his function?
You know, if you've watched The Office, there's a part where they ask Pam about two pictures, and when I see Bolingoli and I see Alvaro, not Alvaro, Elvaro.
Yes.
Pam said, you know, the picture about Michael Scott, the two pictures. She said they're the same photo. HH, when I see Alvaro Morata and I see Bolingoli, I see the same picture. We all knew that he was gonna miss when he came out.
Elijah, when he stepped up, because Elijah, here's the thing. I forgot that he got subbed on. I just forgot. Exactly. So when I saw him, I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna miss. And when he missed, I was like, yeah.
We all knew. And the fact that the guy had the captain's armband makes it 10 times worse. Because already I literally, like, once he missed, I went straight to X. And I just refreshed it. I've seen everybody like, we all knew he was gonna miss. It's obvious. Outside of, like, I really don't know. He's like an enigma. There are moments where you get the brilliance, but more times than not, you do get the bozo moments.
Yeah.
And for me personally, the bozo moments outweigh the great moments he's had. No offense to the guy, but it's just like, bro.
No, but how are you captain and your only contribution is to miss a penalty? The only contribution you did was to miss a penalty.
Like De La Fuente,
Elijah, that's insane.
But like, I'm just saying, like, De La Fuente, you're telling me you didn't have anybody else to allow to take the penalty?
Wait, isn't Ferran Torres there?
No, he's injured.
Oh yeah, he's got surgery in it.
I'm thinking Gavi took a penalty than him.
I swear, did Morata miss in the Euro semi?
He did. That's a second reason why I said that this guy in 2021 Euro semi against Italy.
I said he came on and scored and then proceeded to miss the penalty. That's what he did.
Exactly. Yeah, and if you pull up a Coleman's comment, that is perfect. He did not even look.
That was actually so weird, bro. Like, he actually just seemed very normal, bro. So, oh yeah, I missed and just kept on going, bro.
Like, if my captain is like that, I'm gonna have an issue. Like, show me some type of, like, that you care.
No, bro, it doesn't. Things like that don't mean anything anymore. Honestly, to me, captain is just C on your shoulder right now. It doesn't mean anything.
But it has to mean something, bro. It doesn't mean something, bro. Like, it's still captain. It's still captain. It doesn't matter what tier it is. Captain is still captain, bro.
Captain means the most experienced. That's what it means.
And what?
No, for Spain it is. That's why he has the armband. He's the most experienced. Yeah. He's the most experienced player on the team. That's why he's got it.
Just give it to Unai Simon. I don't care for screw experience, bro. So let's say we have a team where Timo Werner has the most experience. He has to be captain.
No. But you guys are forgetting this. De La Fuente is loyal by default to the players that got him the Euros. So he's gonna keep on picking them. Like Morata's gonna be in the 2026 World Cup. He might even.
What did he even do at that tournament?
I mean, he's gonna be loyal to his players.
No, Casey, do you know the funny thing? The thing is, you said that he was loyal to people that got him that World Cup.
Yeah. Gallo, bro.
That's a brick, man. I gotta be real with you.
Wait. What did Gatlo say?
He said
Casey. Casey's not here. Casey's nowhere near to be found.
Wait, Gatlo, have you taken your meds?
Sorry.
It's okay, Gatlo. It's okay. Make mistakes. It's okay.
Okay. The real deal, bro. I'm sorry. I Barca fan. I get you guys. No.
Yeah, Gallo got CT, man.
Wait, Gatlo, that's Z, man.
Yeah,
Gallo got CT, bro.
I got them confused.
All right. continue.
I got them confused.
No, call me the real man. Call me the real man.
Wait, you got Zeman confused with Casey.
They are both Barca fans. That's what.
Wait,
Barca fans.
Hold up, Gatlock, have you heard their voice and their accents?
I know.
And you think that Casey's accent sounds like Zeman's accent?
It wasn't their voice. It was the team they supported. They are both Barca fans, and he changed his name. So I just forgot. Anyway,
hey, look,
that's fan profiling right there, man. That's fan profiling right there.
Yeah, that's fan profiling. Yeah, look. Wait, nah, I missed my point. I forgot what I was going to say.
Let me.
Okay.
Oh, you were talking about loyalty.
Wait, HH, can you good case?
Oh yeah. Morata did everything in his best to actually lose them that final. That guy was trash in all the game.
He was.
So what's his contribution? He had no contribution.
Yeah, he shouldn't be loyal to that guy, man.
And so the Barry, what's saying, Barry?
Oh yeah, first of all, like my mood was already down 50% because the moment I saw a CR40 score, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this game. But then the penalty, like I had flashbacks of that Euro a couple years ago. The run up, you can just see in his face. You could
tell.
And then the worst thing is that the players that they take their time to evaluate the keeper's movement. He didn't think the run up was not confident, and he shot the ball like I think a 5-year-old can strike the ball harder than what he did.
It's shocking.
That was disgraceful. And as Elijah said, he didn't look like he had regrets. Sad, disappointed. He was just like, hey, another day at the office. So like if I was a teammate, after
I'd punch him.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Outside of the pitch, because they can get red cards, suspensions, but when there's no cameras and everything, you're gonna have to see me because you can't do it. Because you want
Barry is that why is he still in this team though? Why does he still play? Like what does he? Because you can see what Oyarzabal does even if he doesn't score. What does Morata contribute to this Spain team?
I don't know. I don't know. People say loyalty, but what has he done at the tournament? We can name like 9. I think the whole starting lineup, except from him, contributed more. And even substitutions. They did more for the winning team, Spain, than he ever did. So, yeah, man.
But here's the thing about Morata, bro. When this guy got bought, I think, and then 6 months later, the guy got loaned out to Galatasaray. You know how sad that is? I think it wasn't AC Milan that bought this guy. Then 6 months later, they said, nah, go away.
Let's be real. Morata has just been passed around. At this rate, Morata has played for almost every club in Europe right now. The guy just moves from club to club.
Wait, are you comparing Morata to a Blunt?
Yes, he's the Spanish Blunt.
I was gonna say he's the football equivalent of Isaiah Thomas after he left Boston.
Was.
So is Morata Brandy Love?
Okay, let's not go there. Okay,
I mean, we have to go to different levels,
he's Sarah J.
All right. Shout out to Bobby. Nomad today debate ended CR7 over Messi and HH was. And Nomad would actually say that though. If he was still here, Nomad would actually make that point.
Nomad would be like, you guys are still hating, even though the guy is 40 and he's doing his thing. You guys are still hating.
Don't get confused with KC.
So let's see. Famine laughed my ass off, and Saddam Hussein faces.
No, Saddam Hussein. Oh Lord, Tennis FC, bro. Okay, so what's it called? Ricardo, is your mic okay there, Ricardo? I guess not.
I think Cristiano got him. Man.
Yeah, Cristiano got him. What's it called? Zeman.
Yeah, what's up?
Thoughts on Ribery's response to the whole Ballon d'Or fiasco with Cristiano? Do you think he should just look past it? It's happened all those years ago, 2020, 2013?
No, I find it funny, bro. He's still hurt by that. Bro,
but come on. I mean,
waiting for that moment,
no, come on, Z-Man. Imagine if you were set to win that and they extended the voting to allow your guys to drop a 3-piece against Sweden in a World Cup qualification.
No, I get.
And for that World Cup he qualified for, he hit a one-man wall.
No, to a certain extent,
I'm not grouped.
I get the hater in him in the sense that listen, like he's been holding up for a long time. He's just been waiting for this guy to make that comment, bro. He's been waiting. You can just tell. This guy not only tweeted, but he also posted on his Instagram, man. He's like, he's infatuated by the fact that he did that, man. So, in terms of that, HH, like, we can't. I get where Ribery is coming from, because I'll be honest, Cristiano, how are you going to be out here talking about, oh, the winner has to also win the Champions League when that hasn't been the case in terms of history.
But that's why I say, like,
it doesn't make sense.
He'll never do this though.
He's being hypocritical.
Yeah, that's it. If Cristiano stands by that, you have to come out and say that either I didn't deserve it, or I take back the comments that I made. It's one or the other.
And I feel like Cristiano tends to just say stuff, and I don't think he really thinks about it. It's more so a case of him trying to back his players, because he is. That's almost him throwing shade to Vinny.
Too much Botox in the face.
No. He's throwing shade to Vinny not winning it. I think that's it's also coming from that. It's just he's backing the people that he knows, but at the same time, I just felt like it was shameless. If I'm being honest, like why would you mention it out of nowhere? And even if you get asked that question, there's ways to almost be PR like. Instead, he decided to have an opinion, and Ribery responded as he should. I don't know why everyone was getting mad at Ribery. Like, he's not like he's
like, he is perfectly right in what he was responding. But I think what it was is that, guys, that's real.
Wait, hang on. Messi finished second.
This is what I'm just hearing. Apparently, because that's what, like, I think he finished second.
He finished.
So Messi, and this was my whole issue. That whole Ballon d'Or thing was just about, let's play a game of how many Ballon d'Ors this guy's gonna win. Screw everyone else. Let's try and play into this whole Cristiano Messi narrative, because you know that you're gonna get clicks, everything. So basically, no one had any chance, because guys like, man, let's see who can win the Ballon d'Or, who can win more Ballon d'Ors between these two guys.
This is why it never made sense for people that put individual titles as an argument when you're comparing players. It made no sense to me. But because to a certain extent, you're either going to have to say the Ballon d'Or is based on top performance or the player that wins the most trophies, and that's going to dictate your whole argument of who's the better player. And for me, it's like individual titles don't necessarily go into it. When it comes to Ribery, I find it funny how Madrid fans were reacting to it. If I'm being honest, they were making fell comps of his. I saw a fell comp of Ribery 2013.
Hold on. So remind me, what did Messi do in 12-13? Like, what was his trophies and his numbers 12-13?
I think Barca had like 100 points, and I think that's where the season he broke the 91 goals record.
No, 12-13.
But it was still in that because it was, I think, December 23rd.
Oh, okay, because it was the end of 2012 and then 2013.
It was the same season. Yeah.
No. I mean,
yeah, but even then, I want to have it.
Yeah, because my thing is that you have to look at the 12. So you have to look at the end of 2012 and so second half of 2012 and the first half of 2013. Because that was just the year, the calendar year of 2012.
The only reason why he didn't bring up Messi, because Messi also didn't win it, so he's gonna bring up the winner in this case. It's 100%. Cristiano more so than anybody. Like he's not gonna care about second place.
But also, the key thing as well is that Cristiano came out and said that the Ballon d'Or should go to the Champions League winner. But you didn't win the Champions League.
And then
wait, hold on. Okay, Westgate, come to you, Westgate.
If they didn't extend it or whatever they done, so Messi would have won it.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
He said the Champions League winner though.
No. I mean that just in when that happened. So if Messi came second, if Cristiano didn't have this whole World Cup bullshit, Messi would have won it.
Yeah, from the voting.
Yeah, it was close between those three.
Which is crazy.
Why are we talking about Ribery then?
No, because Ribery is the one
So Cristiano was talking about the whole world, and he said that.
No, I know, but surely that's just null and void. He would not have won it anyway.
No. He feels some
type of way. But he's responding to what Cristiano is saying. That the winner should be the Champions League winner. The Champions League winner should win the Ballon d'Or, but he's saying, well,
but he's responding.
Share my screen. This is what happened in 2013 for each of the players.
Hold on.
The trophies they won.
Yeah, and SK's point is actually right. That would make more sense, but I just don't get it anyway.
Oh, Real won nothing?
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
trophies.
didn't win anything.
Didn't win anything. They had won
Yeah.
the league the year before, but after that, no.
You know,
When was that? When is that?
was-
No, you know what makes me laugh. No, hold on. You know what makes me
Gatlock, are you like on
I think you're in
earth
the
or where
bathroom.
you are?
I think you're in the
He's-
bathroom.
Gatlock, please, Gatlock, I swear to you,
changed
if you're in the bathroom or toilet, don't you dare, bro.
I changed my mic. And let's
And
move
it
on.
sounds worse.
Wireless.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, wireless, wired, whatever, it sounds worse.
Which is,
I'm
you know
sorry,
what?
just bear with me for like 5 seconds. I just want to say this and leave. Bro, there was one idiot, bro, that on this is why I always stay away from Twitter. There was one idiot, right, that was saying that Ribery won't have won it because Ronaldo, they took the ball from him and Ronaldo scored. But bro, this was 2014. So that means he null and void. It's how you just know football fans are stupid. Like
not to mention, God, like the other argument was the number of goals he scored, even though this guy contributed in terms of performances for that 2013 run. So it's like again, they go by numbers when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, and then they go by trophies when Real Madrid were winning trophies. So it's just like inconsistencies behind like.
No, I mean, basically, I think that during that, no one had a chance, basically, because it was all about. Because my thing though is, it's about your numbers or it's about your contribution to trophies. Because I would have thought that the best player on a team that won the treble, which is the highest form of achievement in a football season, surely should get the Ballon d'Or. If a guy stood out and contributed to all 3 trophies within a season, and the Champions League being the most elite trophy.
It's not only that. It's not the fact that he won the trophy. It's also the fact that this guy was arguably the best performer for the likes of
the team basically.
Yeah, no. He was the best. He was the key player in that team, and also in that same. Didn't they beat Barca 3-0 and 4-0 home and away?
Yeah, that was nasty.
No, wait. Have you not seen what Madrid fans been saying on Twitter? They've been saying he only got free GNA in the whole Champions League run. I'm like, no. They said he got free GNA and Ronaldo got, I think it was 17 GA.
But you know one thing though.
Yeah.
I think Ribery never had like beef with Cristiano about this whole situation. Like the beef was with the writers and everyone that's around this whole giving him the Ballon d'Or to the player. But since Ronaldo opened his big mouth and thinks he's so smart, like he's gonna get back to him.
You see, here's my thing though. I don't know whether Ardis is still there and whether Jesus was Bex the truly best player in that United team. Because I remember that United team. I don't think basically I don't think Beckham stood out as much as Ribery did for Bayern.
I would say this.
Not in that treble season, no.
No.
I would say this. It didn't make any sense how I think it was. What was his name? He's the French guy. He played for Newcastle. Is Ginola?
Oh yeah, Ginola. Yeah.
He won PFA Player of the Year over Beckham in.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
That didn't make any sense.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like.
But who was the stand-up player in that trade?
Rivaldo. I think it was Rivaldo that year.
No,
right?
see, for me, that United, it's bro. Giggs did his thing, and the Cole and York did their thing. It was a team effort, bro. Because Keane, Scholes, Schmeichel, York and Cole. I mean, like it was a team. Like there wasn't one player that was a man. This guy really said was all the way through. Like as good as Bayern were, it was like, bro, Ribery was just the guy that stood out. Bex wasn't what Ribery was.
No, give the Ballon d'Or to Nicky Butt. He balled in that Champions League final.
Yeah, we're not having a guy called Nicky Butt winning a damn thing, bro. That's not happening. I mean, look, see. Okay, so if it didn't extend and Messi won the Ballon in 2013, would he have deserved it over Ribery?
I don't know. I can't remember the timeline much. Oh my bad, bro.
He won the La Liga and he got the golden shoe that year as well.
Bro, he wasn't. Bro, come on, Messi had like 75 goal contributions, bro. Plus he won whatever he won, La Liga, and he wouldn't have won it over Messi. I'm sorry, like he just wouldn't have won it over Messi.
To be fair, regardless, I understand where he's coming from, where he feels like it, because that was the only year where he really had a moment to really have that moment as an individual, and he feels like it was taken away from him because from a guy that didn't win anything. That
But then Zeman, if we're saying that if you didn't extend it, it would not have gone to Messi, then it's like this. So you were screwed both ways.
Yeah. I feel like if Ribery responded to Messi that way, it would still be a case of I understand where he's coming from, in the sense that he was one of the top contenders. He was the top performer in terms of consistency for Bayern. He was Bayern's best player. And I get where he's coming from in that sense, where he's feeling like that was his golden moment. Because let's be honest, okay, you had the likes of Robin, Neuer. I know he was talking about is Neuer like in the top 6, 7. He really wasn't involved in that. Robin was there, but it was mainly Ribery's contributions in terms of performances.
Wait, I'm confused. When was the award given out?
2013.
I think end of 2013.
When?
Basically, when were those playoffs? Because it was after those playoffs. Because those World Cup playoffs were, I think it was in November. So it must have probably been December or early January.
And when was Messi injured? At the start of the season or at the end?
Because you see, people say that Messi was injured for like 3 months.
Oh, that must have been like the
Yeah, he got injured for 3 months and he still put up 75 GA.
Yeah,
he won the Golden Boot, the European Golden Boot, and he still missed 3 months.
Yeah, that must have been the season before, because the season where they gave the Ballon d'Or, he was healthy. He didn't have no injuries.
Yeah. For me, I think it's how you view the Ballon d'Or is, do you view it based purely on just your numbers and outputs, or is it a combo of numbers, but where do you put those numbers in and in what games? Because that's why I think the Champions League is so key. That is the elite competition. And so what you do in that competition, I think, is paramount. Because shout out to your league, of course, it matters your cup, but really, that's Champions League, and what you do and how you perform in that Champions League has to be key. So even though Messi, which is why I say to myself that let's just have an attacking award, midfield award, a defending award, but even if Messi puts up those numbers, you still have to, the Champions League has to weigh a lot higher than whatever you do in the league or the cup. You have to.
Man, tell that to Rodri.
Oh, no.
Zoom into my API.
Abdullah, no, I don't want to zoom in.
Zoom in.
Oh, God, that is disgusting, man. Jeez.
It was actually Euro.
Is Rodri the most egregious Ballon d'Or winner of all time?
No.
I think he should have won in 23, but I guess because of World Cup tax.
Yeah.
No, Haaland should have won in 23.
Okay. I don't know about that. I would say Rodri was more.
No. Rodri should have. Rodri should have.
Bro, I be forgetting he actually won the award. Like,
bro, it's one that we're always gonna forget. I keep forgetting that he won the award. Because as J2 said, he was in the running the night before. Literally, even after those Euros, I even forgot who they gave the best player award to. Like, nobody was even, no one even mentioned Rodri at the Euros win.
Do you remember a time when Chelsea fans were twerking for Jorginho during the Ballon d'Or?
Oh, those were
J5, yeah.
I wasn't twerking for Jorginho. No, I was happy he helped us win that thing, but I was just.
I think you were.
But let me ask you, so who would you say is the worst Ballon d'Or, the most undeserving Ballon d'Or winner?
The one in Abdallah's AVI.
No, it can't be. Come on.
Yeah.
Wait, no. You know what's the funny thing? They made up this stat where they said he didn't lose a single game in that whole year. But I'm like, he lost the FA Cup final. Like, how does it make any sense?
By the way, the tournament that helped him was the Euros, and he wasn't even the best midfielder. It was Fabio Ruiz. Like, to me, that just didn't make sense.
Wait, hold on. Wait, SK, you can't be serious, bro. SK, you can't be. Yeah, that is it. Wait, hold on. That was the same. That was the same season where Kaka made 2 men do what they did. He promoted something. He promoted something.
Hold
on, Abdullah, what you said?
Isn't that more egregious?
Who?
Nedved and Owen. Nedved or Owen more egregious.
Now, this is where I give it. Now I'll deal with Nedved afterwards because Nedved, that's a tricky part. This is where I hand this over to Elijah.
What's up,
with Owen.
This
so Elijah.
What's up?
Owen, why did Owen deserve?
The guy won multiple trophies that year.
Can you name the trophies?
What were the trophies?
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Elijah, just name the trophies.
Name the trophies.
Yes.
Was it the Zoom Cup?
Relax. He won.
Microsoft Teams Cup.
Okay, Elijah, what are the trophies?
He won.
Capital One Cup. What's in your wallet?
He won. Okay, relax. Europa League Cup, and the FA Cup. It was the top four.
Europa League.
Wait,
That's
so
a good
he
season, man.
wait.
That's a good season.
He won
Barry. I don't know why people
Wait,
are
he won a
hating.
team treble.
No,
By the way, Elijah's the same guy.
No, Elijah.
Elijah's the same guy. 1 second, Elijah's the same guy who advocated for Mohamed Salah, aka the belly dancing king, to win it when he got knocked out in the round of 16. Or he was close. He has the most.
I never advocated for it. I never.
Wait, that's not Elijah. That's undisputed.
That's
Okay,
undisputed.
No,
That's disputed.
Yeah, dispute.
Come on,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
most Liverpool fans. It was still most Liverpool.
Yeah,
So,
no.
by the way, Owen also clocked
Let's-
in sub 11
Can we
seconds
get
for
to
100 meters.
No, let's keep it real.
So there's Olympic tax, 100-meter tax.
Thank you. And scored in every
he did
final.
the bleep test.
Bro, that's damn quick, bro. That's damn
No. Okay, but you know what?
We need to talk.
Oh
about
no, Owen is one of the worst, but Owen was more deserving. You see, Rodri doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
That makes no
What about
sense,
Nedved?
bro.
Okay, What about Nedved?
Nedved,
was bloody good for Juventus. No. You see, he's one of more, but Nedved was more deserving than Rodri, bro. Let's be real. When City won, who did City vote as the best player? Foden. When Spain won the Euros, I could name 5 players that were more important and were better than Rodri in that Spanish team. So how in the bloody hell did he win that damn
Blame the
award?
players and the coaches who voted for him. Blame them.
You know, actually, you know what it was?
No,
it was
that's
'cause the votes
that's
it's the
exactly.
votes that got split between Madrid. That's why.
No. The problem, the problem with the votes were some people were voting for him because he had a degree, man. Like so, it's like that was literally the reason for some of the people that were voting for him. Yeah. Majority of the teams came out that were actually voting for him, bro.
What?
In business.
Because he's a nice guy.
In business. In business, yeah.
He's a nice guy.
You see, no. You see, this thing annoys me. So guys, this is a football award based on who's the best player.
He got a
how is one of the criteria fair play?
No,
integrity. And integrity. Wait, hold on, Elijah. Integrity.
Look, I want.
God.
I'm telling you, I won a sporting award for integrity. I'm telling you, yeah. Integrity.
How do you measure integrity? By how much you smile?
Wait, is this the
Therefore, Kante should be winning it every single year then.
No.
What?
Wait,
hold. Just wait.
They're talking about integrity, but this is the same organization that cancelled the Ballon d'Or in 2020.
Speak on it.
Bro, you know they owe Leba like 2 trophies.
No, you got the
just give it to him now.
You see, that's that. Basically, okay. Let me ask you this: then. Do you think having the Ballon d'Or is a good idea for a team sport?
No.
It doesn't really matter. I'll be real with
you.
I think it matters. It matters to the players, but I think it matters.
No. But my thing is that, do you think that we should have an individual award for what is a team sport?
No. You know what I like?
Wait, hold on. Why SK?
You know what I like before? It would make more sense if they did it by positions, like the best player in each position.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't that
that's what Lam said.
FIFA does? Doesn't FIFA have the best goalie, defender, midfielder?
I thought,
but then they still have the overall award. I mean, I'm like basically what Lam said is that best attacker, best midfielder, best defender, best keeper, and that's it.
And then let like the streets decide whoever they want. But if you're gonna go with an official award, just do it that way. Like the best keeper, defender, midfielder, attacker. Just do it like that.
Has to the panel on the live chat? Has there ever been a case where a player winning it changed your perspective on that player? Because he has it, all of a sudden you put him in a different way. I'm sorry, I don't.
No, wait. How did it? Wait, hold on. Before he won it, we knew what he did.
No.
Thing. Him winning the Ballon d'Or, now he's won the Ballon d'Or. Now I appreciate him more.
No. The general football fan that just watches football like here and there, they put Benzema in like the top 3 conversations now. Like he's disputed like the top 1 striker because he won the Ballon d'Or.
All the thing is, the Ballon d'Or should be start of the season, end of the season. Not this whole like weird yearly thing where like bits of seasons just like put in.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Wait, hold on. Explain. What do you mean by start of the season and end of the season?
So when the league season starts,
that's
when you're clocked in with your awards, stats, whatever it is. and then to May, that's when the season finishes, and then that straight after you do the Ballon d'Or ceremony and you announce who the best player in the world.
The only thing you probably will push back is that people would say if there's been a World Cup or Euro year that you should include that as part of a decision making.
Then you extend it to June. But even then, it's like
no. Because basically, it should be start of season UCL final, and after the UCL final, you have the awards.
and then the World Cup.
And then if you have a World Cup, Euros, and everything, then you now have it after the World Cup final or the Euro final, and then simple. But the issue we now have is if you now leave it all the way to the end of the year, it's like, do you include the Club World Cup? Do you include the Nations League? Do you include this and everything? So it's so arbitrary because the issue is that people, like, let's be real. Even if you say to the journalists, don't include the Club World Cup, they'll still have this in their mind.
See, bro,
and that will still influence them.
I think the World Cup and like international trophy, the individual awards should be completely separate from club awards, domestic. Like as in if you have a World Cup year or a Euros year or a Copa or whatever, I think
that's a very good point.
The award for the best player of that tournament should be its own prize.
That's a great, because let's be real, the World Cup is a particular tournament in and of itself, and you can be named the best World Cup player. But for instance, Cannavaro was trash in that 05-06 season, and I think they lost to Arsenal. I think in the quarters, and the guy was garbage. Calciopoli had a great World Cup and then won the Ballon d'Or. We're like, no, there were players who played far better than him for the best part of 10 months. So he just played well for 2 months, and now he's named the best player of that year. That makes no sense. It makes no sense.
HH, can I speak about this?
Yeah, Pupin, go for it.
Well, on the 2014 season, I saw the tweets, he only scored 1 goal. HH, do you remember the final, like the 2014 final?
Yes.
And HH, can you tell me the first goal, Robin squares it to Mandzukic. Am I right?
Yes.
And how does Robin get into that position? Do you know?
Through Ribery.
Yeah, he takes out 3 defenders with 1 ball. If you look at the second goal, it was Boateng who struck a long pass towards the attacking third, and who collects that ball? It's from Ribery.
Yeah, Ribery. And also say, and here's the key thing. This is where is how do you view the award? So let's say that it never got extended, and let's say Messi won. Messi did all the numbers, but this is how I view things. When they both faced each other, what happened? 3-0, 4-0. And I know that Ribery was one of the best players in both of those legs when they both faced each other in the Champions League. And we all know what he did in the UCL final. So you can't now take away from Ribery, who is playing as an orthodox winger, because he doesn't have the kind of crazy numbers that, let's say, a goal-scoring attack like Messi has. So you have to rate Ribery as an orthodox winger based on how a winger operates in that team. So you have to look at the games and his performance. So just look at his performance in the Bundesliga, the Cup, and in the Champions League. He was the best player for that given year. You can just use based on stats.
Throughout that campaign, we were attacking side, but we're also comfortable to sit back if we need to. And he was a guy who then was responsible for the transitions. So it means he's not the guy to stay in front and just wait to get the ball. No, he's the guy who runs then with the ball like 40 meters, takes on players. Decides to pass to someone, and then they proceed to do their business. And HH, we also talk about narratives, and HH, of course, the narrative of Ribery was the weakest, but there was a narrative. If you look at it, 2010 HH, who missed that final for Bayern?
Ribery, yeah.
Yeah, it was Ribery, and they lost. Against Chelsea, he wasn't there for the entirety of the game. I think in extra time.
But let's be honest though.
Yeah.
If he played, no one was beating Inter.
Of course not. But HH, that was the first final he was there from start to finish, and they won it.
Yes.
And even before Robin came, he was always one of our guys. Like he was top guys. I think Madrid were interested into signing him. So Robin was, of course, very important for us. But we were lucky, HH, that he wasn't injured throughout that season. And yeah, so I don't get it. And still, he has 50 goal contributions. That's not like, small numbers. We're not talking about, like, oh, it's 10 goals and 10 assists. Nah, that's like still a lot. And he performed in the Bundesliga and also was important in the cup. So I don't get it. And let's be real with Cristiano. I mean, we always say he's Mr. UCL, but what happened in that second leg against Dortmund? And that's where the team
but then he
needed him.
scored the 3 goals against Sweden
Of
when
course,
they extended it
yeah.
and everything. So
yeah, sure, but I don't know how much you want to put a preface on a World Cup qualifier playoff, because you need to be bad to actually play that game. Yeah.
Wait,
and we know what happened next year. 1-man wall. Shout to Lam.
Yeah.
You say Ribery had 50 goal contributions?
Yeah.
Wait,
in that season
are we talking
for
about
all
the same
competition.
season? I'm confused now.
No, he has 50 goal
12-13.
contributions.
So you're talking about,
Yeah.
about the 12-13 season.
12-13.
Oh, sorry. Nah, okay. I read so. Oh, maybe with national team. If you include the national team.
Yeah.
So combining club and international. Oh.
Yeah.
Both together. Okay.
Yeah, but which is still good enough. And HH, he wasn't, let's be real, he wasn't the guy to score for them. For us, it was more Ian Robin and Mandzukic, those guys who actually, got the goals, or even Thomas Müller. I mean, for Barca and for Madrid.
But that's something that just gets me. Is the Ballon d'Or about who scores the most goals or who is the best player? If it's about who scores the most goals, bro, there's nothing to discuss. Just do maths.
Then scrap the golden boot. Then we don't need the golden boot. Scrap it and
basically, just scrap the golden boot and then just do it based on numbers. If it's about the best player, we have to now look at the position and how well they played that position and how well they played their role. So basically, I don't want to hear anything about goal contributions or GA.
Ribery stats for that season were 11 goals and 23 assists.
Wait, what are we talking
Bundesliga
about?
was 10 and 15. Champions League was 1 and 5. And then DFB Pokal was 2 assists and Super Cup was 1 assist. So it's not a bad season for. This is a winger back in those times as well. We're not talking about GA and all that kind of crap.
No. And wait. This is a traditional orthodox winger, No, but you know what the thing is, Jesus. Let's say forget those numbers. I watched the games, and when you're watching the games, you're like, bro, this guy is just playing on a whole different level.
Yeah, as Bupinda says, if you watch that Champions League final in 2013, he didn't record any GA, as some people to say, but who created the plays for the first goal and the second goal? Especially that first goal, because he drew past 3 different players.
But just that's why talking to Vol fans now, you're talking with complete imbeciles and idiots, because because these guys didn't watch the games, they just look at the numbers and these numbers are not as good as Christian, it's trash. But if you watch the games, you're like, bro, this guy is one of the best players on that damn pitch. But football analysis, it's so trash right now. You just reduce it to freaking GA.
What I would say in defense of these idiots or football fans is that, in fairness, back in the day, there wasn't as much football as there is now. There's so much football, so many games. So that's my point in the back one. Apologize. There's so many games, so much to sort of to analyze that it can be difficult to keep on track of things when, there's too much football. Back then, there were only a few competitions. These competitions, you judge them based on that and you take it accordingly. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Can I speak on this?
Yeah. Ricardo, go for it.
Sorry, wait, what are we on? Are we on the...
So basically, this is about Ribery saying that he got robbed by the Ballon d'Or and whether Ribery deserved it over Cristiano or over Messi, because we now learn that Messi actually came second.
Yeah, I mean, you can apply the same thing even with Snyder. Snyder was complaining about him not winning, but Xavi and Iniesta finished ahead of him, so it doesn't really hold out for him. Bro, honestly, that guy's just bitter. Like, I understand. It's probably the only time he ever came close to winning a prestigious award of that magnitude, and he feels like he should have won it. Like, it is what it is.
No, but in his defense, though, if a guy, Cristiano, says that to win the Ballon d'Or, you need to win the Champions League, and you didn't win the Champions League, the voting was extended so you could score a hat-trick against Sweden, and then you then win it.
Yeah.
You're contradicting yourself. So either come out and say, I didn't deserve it, or actually my statement was actually wrong. I don't actually mean you need to win the Champions to win the Ballon d'Or.
Look, Ronaldo's going to have his opinions. Obviously, he's going to say whatever favors him. That's why he says as well that these individual awards have lost credibility. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be saying that if he was the player with the most Ballon d'Ors. Is this a slight on other players? I mean, am I lying? Like, if he had the most of it, would he be saying that?
No, we got the Dubai door, which is better.
Yeah, I mean,
you got like 5 of them things.
Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, he is objectively wrong, but obviously his fans are gonna run circles with what he's saying, because I believe there was also a stat that said from like the 90s to like I think 2007 or some shit like that, or I can't remember, but they said essentially that every player that has won the Ballon d'Or had not won the Champions League, so that's that's an example of showing you that you don't need to win the Champions League. And for the pretty much the history of that award, excluding Messi and Ronaldo when they won it, before then, you didn't have to win the Champions League. You just had to be the best performing player.
Like the award is who is the best player. Now the assumption is, the best player must win the Champions League, but a guy can truly be outstanding but not win the Champions League. Hence, I think Rivaldo deserved it in 99 because Rivaldo was ridiculous that year, even though he didn't win the Champions League.
Yeah, so I mean, it ultimately comes down to what you believe. Like, some people call me delusional. Like, every time Messi has won it, are we going to object that he wasn't the best player in the world? So whether or not he wins the Champions League, the years he won it, he was the best player in the world.
But my retort to that is, even if we take 12, 13 and how amazing Messi was, I still feel like for what Ribery did, and this is for me how I view it, it's not just how well he play, it's how well he play in the highest of circumstances and in the most important circumstance. So shout out to the league, but I'm sorry, the Champions League means more. The quarter means more. The semi-final means more. The final means more. So I'm going to rate how you perform in a UCL quarter, UCL semi, UCL final, much more than week 23 against freaking Tapas Bar FC and Lugo.
I agree that. I think that ultimately we as fans, we care more about the big moments, right? So when there's a player that comes clutch in a big moment, that's the moment we're going to remember more. And that's just how it is. Do I believe those should have more weight? Sure. I don't disagree with that idea. But I also think that you can't just write off the entirety of a season just because one guy shows up in the final 3 months of the season, which evidently is what happens to this award. You can do fuck all for the first like 6-7 months, but hey, if you show up in the final latter stages of the league season when you need to win every remaining game, or you show up in the quarter, semis, and even the finals of a Champions League, then you can go up there. So I mean that's a flaw in the award, but it is what it is. I don't think, like, if I've always said this. If Ribery had won, he would have deserved it. If Ronaldo had won, he would have deserved it. I don't believe, maybe other than a few of those years, that there should be only one outcome. I don't believe last year Vinny winning should have been the only outcome. Did I believe Rodri? Not my pick, but I don't think Vinny not winning what should have been the case. If, let's just say, Bellingham had won last year, would there be an outrage that Vinny didn't win it? I don't think so. If this year, if Lamine wins it, do I think that it warrants an outrage that Dembele won it?
You're going to get an outrage.
No, you're going to get an outrage
because
of
people. Because I think it means people were celebrating and popping champagne that he had a disaster class today. So
yeah, and even
that was crazy.
If you want to talk about disaster class, I mean, he created the first goal, but I guess we have different standards for different players. Personally, like, if that's the case, why isn't Vitinho or Nuno Mendes, what's it called? Well, why aren't they up for the award? You know? So I mean, like, at the end of the day, bro.
Okay, let me ask you this. That's a question I asked before. Do you think that for a team sport there should be a Ballon d'Or? That a Ballon d'Or should exist for what is a team sport?
No, because even if you have, like, even in Messi's and Ronaldo's best years, right? They only get to those numbers because of the teammates they have around them. Right, so I don't care how good they are individually. Messi only scores 91 goals because of the players around him. Ronaldo only has the success in the Champions League because of the players around him. It makes no sense, especially like you're fielding 11 players at a time. Like, there's no way you can pinpoint it down to this guy is the sole reason we won X competition or whatever. I can
Like
understand
it's like if we're not talking boxing, tennis. See, that's interesting. So you see, like an individual has more impact in basketball than there is football because 5-on-5, smaller playing area. Even though it's still a team sport, one individual has way more of an impact over football with 11v11, and look at how big the playing area is and just the complexity of what football is about.
Yeah, I mean, look at Armchair Critic. Armchair Critic. You can pinpoint who's the best.
Wheelchair Critic.
Oh, wheelchair. Sorry. Look, it's like you still need your players to put you in positions for you to score those goals. So it's not like you're taking the ball from the goalkeeper and just wiggling through the whole defense and then scoring a goal. No, yes. For example, Cristiano, does he get in the end of these situations where he scores the goals and he hits the final product? Sure.
Yeah.
But somebody has to give him the pass.
And also, if you watch Barcelona, a lot of Messi's play was his understanding with Iniesta and how him and Iniesta were able just to break down defense because they were on that same wavelength. So Iniesta was very important. So Messi replaced it. And for Cristiano, he was dependent on Marcelo, dependent on Modric and Bale and Benzema.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the star player is going to get the headline, which I don't disagree. It's kind of this the name of the sport, right? Yeah, Ribery, well, honestly, like, he's just salty about it. Like, Ronaldo, he was the best performing player of that year. Okay, he didn't win anything. That's unfortunate. But, take it. For me personally, I much rather win the treble than win the Ballon d'Or. Because, I mean, it is what it is.
Who came up with wheelchair critic?
Wait, hold up. So is this Money Mace or is this Nomad? I'm confused.
What? Why would I want Eric Garcia to win the Ballon d'Or?
No, but see, I'm not confused. Is this Money Mace or is this Nomad? Or is this really Money Mace acting as if he's been hacked?
I think it's Money Mace.
No, he's saying he's acting like Nomad basically.
Oh, okay.
He's giving the insight to Nomad's
okay,
mind.
all right, okay.
Oh, guys, did you hear a German fan fell 8 meters?
Yeah.
In the stadium,
Elijah put it in
and
the
he
chat.
died.
Oh my God, Jesus! Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, in the France game or in this final game?
No, in the game today.
In the final.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the stadium? Is it Allianz?
The Allianz, yeah.
He fell from the second level to the thing. That was like a 5-meter drop. Rest in peace to that guy.
Yeah,
did you guys talk? Sorry, I didn't get to talk about the game.
Okay. Talk about the game.
Yeah, it was a great game, bro. Like, honestly, 50-50. Yeah, it was a pretty good game. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Spain were. I don't know. The wingers looked a bit out of it, like Lamine and Nico. I think Nico started a bit better.
Sorry, can you see what we're dealing with? Can you see?
Wait, what?
Okay, can you see?
Everybody was.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Again, I don't want to comment or anything, but a guy who is a complete goal scorer was not dependent on any. You know what? At that point,
he wasn't a complete goal scorer in 2013. Relax.
Yeah, he's always been a complete goal scorer. I mean, left foot, right foot, header, acrobatics. Like, the guy can do anything.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to be very honest. I think y'all be sleeping on early Madrid Ronaldo. Like, early Madrid Ronaldo is actually.
Yeah, well, 2014 onwards is more.
It's not yours. It's HH, man.
But anyways,
regarding
game, I thought Roberto Martinez actually. He tactically made his subs when they needed to make the subs. I thought De La Fuente, man, that guy, his subs did not help at all. No. I think he could have kept Pedri on and just push him deeper back to control the game.
Well, maybe he's tired though because he can't play 90 and also long season tax. Well,
I mean, he did get taken off.
We don't bring him.
I mean, Ricardo, you should be happy. He's not injured, so.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but I mean, I don't know. Season's over for him, anyways. Yeah, I just thought it was a lackluster game for Spain in the end. I don't think they created as many chances as they would like. I think Portugal ultimately deserves to win that. I mean, it was a penalty shootout. It could have gone either way. In terms of, I heard a little bit of you guys talking about where they stand amongst the World Cup competition.
Yeah, Ziman says that if Portugal win the World Cup, it'll be as big a shock as Greece winning the Euros.
No, I never said it would be as big of a shock. I said it would be a shock.
So yeah, that's what I said. So thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, obviously you're being that's a hyperbole. I don't think it'll be a shock as Greece winning the Euros, but I wouldn't expect them to win the World Cup. I just think there's teams that are better equipped. Like, I don't think today they demonstrated that they're significantly better than Spain. I mean, it took a Lamine Yamal off night for it to happen. I do think Argentina are better. I do think France, like just on sheer talent alone, could beat them. Spain, I'll never count them out. Other than those three, England, I think they're in that echelon with England, where if England just get it right, they could be ahead of them. But outside of that, maybe Germany. I mean, it's hard to even gauge what Germany even is, just because they had so many injuries.
Ricardo, they have a failed art student as their striker.
I'll be real.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's Musiala or Inshallah.
Wait, do you know what happened the last
Like,
time you had a failed art student?
Jesus,
I personally, for me, like, I do agree that their talent is overrated. I think there's good players, like for example, Leao. Like, that guy is either really good or the guy's goddamn useless. There's no in between with. Today he was good when he came on, but mind you, he's a player that, like, he thrives on space, and he was coming against tired legs. So maybe that's a great idea, but I don't know how that will sit with him, because he's that good. He should be starting. I think Ronaldo's role is great. You know, the way he's been playing. What else? Vitinha, class. Nuno Mendes was by far the best player in the game, by far.
Oh no, 100%. Like, man of the match easily. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah, but outside of that, I mean, like,
no, which is why I say, like, I think Yamal just came up. Like, look, Yamal has already had an amazing season, and it doesn't take away what he's done. He just came across what I believe is the best left back in the world, and he got locked up. But the way people are celebrating him having a bad game, I just think is insane. Because it's almost as if people were just waiting for him to have this game. Say, all these Ballon d'Or shots were useless or overrated. I'm like, guys, that's just cringe. Like, that's cringe.
The next Lamine Yamal bad game is going to be like in 6 months from now, so I guess they can enjoy this one. The guy, I mean, to be honest, his game wasn't even that bad. Like, he still created the first goal. Like, you could say he just wasn't effective today, but I don't think he was horrendous as people make it out to be. And if you look at the player who actually was the best for Portugal so happened to be the guy that was defending him. Yeah. So it literally takes a Nuno Mendes masterclass and a Lamine Yamal off night for this to happen. I don't think that's going to happen 10 times out of 10. So, I mean, if people want Lamine to fail, but by all means, people wanted Messi to fail. People wanted Cristiano Ronaldo to fail. People wanted Neymar to fail. This is the territory that comes with being the best in the world. In terms of, was it Nations League? I mean, like I said, it's Nations League. If this is three major titles,
they're saying it counts, bro. They're saying it counts to both convoys, bro.
To what degree? That's the real. I mean, I don't know.
Shout out to Talents FC, Liam Della Pamin and Enzo McDonald's Phase 3 Todd B. Talents FC, I think you're just a hater.
Also, isn't Liam Delap English? So shouldn't he be repping him? I'm so confused.
Haven't you guys noticed? He pays in Canadian dollars. Come on, how is he?
Talents FC, the guy is just an enigma.
If you're gonna have the gimmick, at least
pay in pounds.
Wait. So hold on. So, Monimis, no, we're not doing this, bro. I'm not ranking non-ugly people, man. That's not happening, bro.
Is this money mates? I don't think this is money mates.
It's not money mates. He's been hacked. Boniface has been hacked. Which is weird. I don't know why, but he's been hacked. Never heard Ricardo Sanders defeated #Rafinha.
He spelled Rafinha wrong.
What does Rafinha have to do with that?
Wait, why did he spell Rafinha?
You can't be spending that wrong when you're on the internet, bro. Google is your friend. So
Rafinha is crazy.
Maybe it was a character's limit.
Honestly, I just had a long day.
Okay, it's night stops. In the history of the Ballon d'Or, the UCL winner doesn't automatically make you before 08. 17 straight. The UCL winner doesn't.
Actually, that's not true because Kaká literally won it because of his UCL.
No, I think pre-Kaká in 2007, no one had ever won.
Yeah. Before Kaká, like it wasn't.
It was always something, just never a person that won the Champions League.
So basically, asking for you, how do you view the? Okay, how would you give the Ballon d'Or? What are your parameters? And should we just do away with the Ballon d'Or because this is a freaking team sport?
In all honesty, like the fucking NBA MVP has more credibility than the Ballon d'Or. Like so, like, and I'm also like. Bro, like how many of these writers be watching these games? Like really and truly, like to like watch them enough to actually comment on who should be winning this thing.
Okay, so for MVP, these are all accredited journalists who we know for a fact watch all the games.
Those journalists are stupid too. But at least the NBA is like one league, right? There's only like one league. So,
yeah, there's less games to
they're
watch.
playing on,
True.
like,
Okay. True. Yeah.
on an even playing field. So, like, how can I quantify if like 5 good Bundesliga performances and 3 like good?
That's because again, like, so I have a vote. Did you watch all 38 Bundesliga games of Bayern? No, you didn't. I think that's so. How many games are there in the NBA in a season, or do you?
82.
No, as in, like in total.
It depends on how far you go, though.
Are you talking about
in totality?
No, but the MVP is only regular season though.
Yeah, so no. Okay, so regular season, how many games are there in totality? Like, is it 500, 600? So, like, how many on average would you think that most of those journalists would have watched?
Well, so obviously the big market teams are going to eat up most of the like the national pro coverage games, but at least nowadays with like Game Pass and the other means,
you can flip between.
Yeah, you can easily watch like a lot of.
No. But what I'm saying though, it is much easier to watch most NBA games. That is to watch most games in La Liga, Bundesliga, Ligue 1, Premier League.
It's easier to find. Also, it's easier to find like player highlights on like House of Highlights or like on YouTube and stuff compared to like finding specific comps for like players on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. So there's that.
Yeah, and also you know who the MVP is going to be because you can look at the top. You can look at the top performers and the top teams more or less. Yeah. You're not going to look at the bottom teams for MVP. Not really.
So basically, like, how then are you?
No. The way
guys for a freaking Ballon d'Or.
The way they do it is you're only as good as the last time they saw you. I think that's the way they look at it. If they're being honest.
Are you talking about for the Ballon d'Or for the?
Yeah, for the Ballon d'Or. If the last image that they have of you is most likely going to carry your PR. That's why I say it's always been a PR campaign in terms of how the image they created of you is most likely going to be.
So basically, I can guarantee you that most of those journalists have hardly watched any Ligue 1 games. So most of the times that they've seen of Dembele is in the Champions League.
Yeah, they're going to be like, he must be good the whole season.
Yeah. So SK.
No, I'll be honest. If the panel, like, without bias, did like their own like panel door, I would probably think it would be more credible, like, than those actual journalists. Like, if I'm to be honest with you, which I know
no, but it's obviously because again, like everybody, like most guys who let's say will vote in the panel door, they have watched most of the hangouts. If let's say we now have Dembele, Rafinha. So basically, we have Dembele, Rafinha, and Yamal. That's like they're the favorites. And let's say I'm an English journalist. How many Premier League games have I watched? Let's say I'm a Spanish journalist. How many Premier League games have I watched? But you have to include those. Which is why it's like, so let's say like Salah is now up for the award right now, and I'm a Spanish journalist. Have I watched most of Salah's games in the Premier League? I've watched his Champions League games, but I've watched most of his Premier League games.
But that's what I was saying yesterday. We need to put different sections of the season and put how, like, I just think it would make more sense is like 2 months in, right? Season starts in the middle of August, where we get to the end of October. Okay, like if the season ended right now, who are your Ballon d'Or? Where are your Ballon d'Or rankings?
To be fair,
I just sent a link of the voting in 2021. You can see it.
Yeah, to be fair, like I know people are we're calling it Ballon d'Or, that, but the reality is, I don't think, and as someone who was here like Twitter and all this stuff like that, the Ballon d'Or was never really a big deal until social media came along.
So no. Actually, I don't know. There's two things: social media and what Messi and Cristiano were doing numbers-wise.
Yeah.
Bro,
did you
see McLaren coming out saying that he didn't even know what the Ballon d'Or was?
Oh, yeah. He said that?
Yeah.
No, but it's true. Like growing up, it was an afterthought because I remember. Okay, cool. Is he going to win the World Cup? It was a complete afterthought. Nobody ever thought of the Ballon d'Or was like it's now meant something towards the legacy. It meant nothing. No. But I think what happened was social media and Messi and Cristiano stats padding and now going stats pad for stats pad. So because let's be real, at the end of the day, this is a team sport. So it's about the team award. The Ballon d'Or has no bearing on what your legacy is.
one thing that changed it also is when FIFA then collaborated with France Football. I think I don't know when they did it, but before HH, how many people knew of France Football? Like the the magazine. Like I think no one. So outside of France, probably.
Yeah, now you got 2 awards. You got FIFA's best, and you got Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, exactly.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make
And
sense.
this is why even with social media, there's an increased likelihood of like there is no consistency behind who's in contending for the title around October all the way to May, because it changes. Random players get introduced to the whole race that weren't involved at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And all it takes is just good social media, good imaging, and that's all it takes. Like this is why I don't really put that much consideration when it comes to individual titles, because at the end of the day, it's just about the way people perceive you. You're only as good as your last image that people know you for.
Yeah, but that's why I keep saying, like, I'm always gonna push the monthly or bi-monthly thing, like, because for me, like, for example, like last season when for the one that Roger won, like I was heavy on Jude winning it because I'm like, bro, like for me, he was the most consistent player from start to finish.
Yeah, not Lautaro.
I think he was.
You want to drop another one?
No, HH advocated for him. No, don't lie, HH. You did.
Yes, I did. 100% I did. But
But also, I also think it's something because there is no consistent criteria either. Because the reason why I think someone should be Ballon d'Or would be different from someone else. So I think it would also make more sense if there was like an actual criteria. Okay, like how much weighting are we gonna put if someone did amazing in their domestic league but didn't do well in the Champions League, or did well in the Champions League, or didn't do well in their domestic, or like showed up in like the big games or whatever. Like if there was like an actual established criteria that everyone agreed upon, it would be much easier to drop a formula, because then like we would at least it would be easier for us to like objectify, is this player like done the best based off of the criteria we all agreed upon. For example, right, like everyone was repping Salah heavy in like that December-January period based off of what he was doing in the Premier or whatever, right? If we all agreed, hey, if you don't perform in the latter stages of the Champions League, like universally, that means you're probably not going to win it. Then even the Salah stands would be like, well, he didn't do that, so it is what it is. But if there's like no like concrete, this is the formula to follow, then it's just like, well, Salah had like 60 G, so why can't he win it? Well, Rafinha was the most clutch, so why can't he win it? Well, Yamal is like the best on the eye, so why? So there's like, if there's no like concrete like objective criteria to follow, then it's just stupid, because it's like it's like if you have to take an exam in school and the teacher doesn't tell you what you're supposed to.
It's random. It's completely random.
It's like, well, what the fuck are we even doing?
They should do like a power rankings table for like each, as like Eska said, each month, because the way people talk about Dembele now, he wasn't doing this at the start of the season. Like he was decent, but it wasn't to like he exploded in, I think it was the December-January period. He kept scoring goals. That's when it took off. But if you look at his first part of the season, it wasn't the best. It was decent, but people forget he got sent off against Bayern Munich.
Like J2
he dropped a disaster class against Arsenal. People forget this.
Like
just all the way back then.
Another thing that people forget, for example, right, like the season that City won the treble, pre-World Cup, Neymar was the best player in the fucking world, bro.
Yeah,
pre-World Cup, it was Neymar. Neymar was head and shoulders above everyone.
Wait, hold on. What year was this? What season?
2020. So
before the World Cup in 2022.
Okay.
Like it was like Neymar and Lewandowski were tweaking on everybody. Obviously, that's not going to matter much towards like the end of that season with the narratives and stuff, but it erases.
No. But as we've said again, I think we made it like the guy who's the best player at the World Cup should not win the Ballon d'Or. That makes no freaking sense, because you should just have the best World Cup player, but the Ballon d'Or should be for the given season. How can the Ballon d'Or be given to a guy who was just amazing for 2 months? We know how big the World Cup is and everything, but it should be for who's the best player for the
it's not even
10 months.
It's not even, for me, it's not even about that. It's just when you pretty much have like goldfish memory, you like neglect when dudes are actually like playing well. Like I said, people forget that Neymar was the best player in the world. In that stretch, or Lewandowski was going crazy in that stretch, and now people are just gonna be like, oh well, like I guess it doesn't matter because post 2023, Messi won the World Cup and City won the treble, so we don't give a crap about what these players were doing like that first half of that season.
All right, now is this the real money maze?
Yes, this is me.
Money, have you been hacked, or was that really you in the streets?
No, it's a joke. Could you put up my AVI quickly?
I'm afraid of upload the AVI.
It's nothing bad. That'll get you banned. It's the battle between good and evil.
Yo.
So LL criticizes CR7 for crying for a Nations League dog, but was dancing with strangers when the greatest nightclub of all time won.
Yeah, it was a bit strange.
Bro, it's the Unity Cup. It's a major trophy.
So the Unity Cup's a major trophy, but
yes.
Who played in it?
Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Ghana.
Okay, so hold on. Let's get this right. Let's get this right.
Wait, is it one country or two countries?
No. J2S,
it's a trophy.
J2S, listen to this. One team is not going to qualify for the next AFCON. The last one is the AFCON runner-up. The other two get bitch slapped. Pardon my language. The other two get whored around by teams in CONCACAF. And that's a major trophy. We have a problem.
Elijah,
and Elijah, can you tell me who is the best nation in CONCACAF?
Right now, it's Canada.
Yeah, okay, I can't take this seriously.
Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drizzy. Shout out to Jesri. By the way, Carlos Alcaraz, insane mentality, 100%. 100%.
HH, can you
okay,
zoom to
oh, God. Oh, Lord.
The big dog in tennis. You put that tweet out when he was 5-3 up.
I'm sorry.
With 3 championship points.
Bro, I come on, bro. He had 3 championship points. He was up to, I was like, look, you know what? That might be one of my worst jinxes, bro, because that's a meltdown.
Who's worse, HH or Drake?
That might be worse. Actually, no. United Trey is worse. He's the worst.
Ardius, are you sure you want to invite this guy to your wedding? Like, I'm actually for your own sake.
Sorry, Channel 61. The Ballon d'Or should be the impact on the field, consistency. What level are you consistently performing as throughout the entire season for 9 months? Yes, but I think SK's is actually interesting because it keeps people fresh. So every month, give out who the best player was for January, February, March. So it keeps everyone informed because guys will just be like, oh yeah, what happened in January, February? Oh, yeah, okay, boom. Oh, okay, so SK, in your view, whoever has the most best player of the month awards wins it.
Because, I mean, it also depends on like how well, because if you put up like, if everyone kind of performs to like a level like 7 month and you were like a level 7.5 but then this other guy does like level like 11 or whatever, right? Like, obviously, the degrees of performances matter, but like, yeah, like if you didn't do shit for like 6 months of the year, bro, you should not be willing to. You should not be willing to Ballon d'Or. In my opinion, you should not be willing to Ballon d'Or.
Wait, you know, also doesn't make sense. Say PSG didn't win the Champions League, and it was Dembele, Yamal, Rafinha. Barcelona at the Club World Cup. So how do we factor in that?
Club World Cup is stupid, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's like. Which is why I say like everything is so effed up because the Club World Cup shouldn't count. But when journalists are voting, they're going to take the Nations League and the Club World Cup into account, which is freaking stupid. Because the Club World Nations League, you just created that damn thing a few years ago, and Club World Cup, Barcelona aren't even freaking in it. Okay, and they have to play something amazing, which is just stupid. But 100%, if Real win the Club World Cup and Mbappe scores in the final, people are going to remember that when they're voting, which is stupid.
No, but HH, I'm curious. Thought experiment for the panel. What are some of the best first half to seasons you guys can remember recently? So I brought up the Neymar 2022. Right? Remember Salah pre-AFCON 2021. What are some like that, or especially for guys that didn't go on to like finish that second half?
Which season was Messi injured and Neymar overtook him? Like at
2016.
That one.
Yeah.
Comes to mind.
Well, obviously Salah, obviously.
Yeah, in 2021.
Yeah. Salah was a mid, but then he
Holland. There's always been a trophy bias.
Honestly, Holland 2022 was also.
But there's always been a trophy bias, and we know that because, like, even in 2017, me personally, I think the best player in the world in 2017 was Neymar. Like, I think Neymar was better than Messi and Cristiano when you saw what he was doing on a consistent basis. But he just got knocked out the Champions League because Barcelona couldn't defend during that year.
Yeah. So again, as I asking, would you scrap the Ballon d'Or in what is a team sport, or is there a way to make it work?
Well, no, because you should celebrate the best people in a team sport because they deserve a level of adulation. Because it's like,
even though this is a team sport and a team is needed to win, even though you're an individual who who has done something a lot more key, you are still reliant on a team. This isn't tennis. This isn't boxing. Because tennis, it's all down to you 100%. It's all on you if it's tennis.
well, then if we're going to scrap the idea of a Ballon d'Or, because the Ballon d'Or is basically supposed to be an official statement of who the best player in the world is. So you are the best player in the world, and the proof is that you are holding the Ballon d'Or.
But then here's the thing. So let's say individual award. Yeah, I beat you. That's it. 1-0, I beat you. So the best player, based on what though? And based on what are you doing? Are we doing it based on stats, based on performance? And also, what you do as a defender is different from what you do as a midfielder. So how can I prove that you were a better attacker than I was a defender? How can you prove that you were a better midfielder than I was as a keeper? How do you prove that?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. The thing is, you're not actually disputing the Ballon d'Or. You're disputing the methods of how it's chosen. Because the consistency of voting always changes. Because, for example, there have been people that have won it, that won very small trophies or didn't win any trophies. But then you have people who won mass amount of trophies, but they didn't finish third. You had people that scored lots of goals, didn't win it. You had people that scored like 25, 30 goals, they won it. Centre-backs don't win it, even though they're the best player in the world for that singular season. The problem is you don't have a level of consistency of what you're voting for. So in terms of a parameter, in terms of like a
and I'll say one more sense. So once you don't have parameters, that's where PR plays a large amount. So when guys are like, wait, I have no idea what to vote for, but if I just get inundated with this media push and everything, okay, I'll vote for this because I got gifted a bunch of goodies by this dude and I got pressured into voting for dude.
Yeah, because you also have to bear in mind, like, there is country bias as well, because it's like they're asking journalists from different countries. Like, I'm watching, like, they opened up the votes. Like, the flipping Azerbaijan representative at the last Ballon d'Or had like Vinicius Jr. in 8th. So it's like, at what point?
In 2021, the journalists from Bangladesh put Jorginho first, ahead of Messi and Lewandowski.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, there is no consistency in how people.
Wait, you know, Chile. They put Lukaku third and Neymar 5th.
Majority of these people have no reasons, right? They just vote based on
They just vote.
Whoa! The Saudi guy had Bruno Fernandes in 4th.
Yeah.
Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Choosing HH. That's like choosing if you go to a wedding. Choose what you want to eat. Like, do you want chicken or
splash?
vegetable?
That's a yellow splash. Relax. Splash. Relax. That's a yellow splash.
No, but HH, it's the truth though. Like, a lot of these guys don't really pick based on what the criteria is. They don't have a set continued criteria. No. Some of these guys, it feels like they just close their eyes.
So I remember, like, they were, I think Obi Mikel was like at an event or something, and they said, okay, who are you voting for? Hey, Messi. But it's like, like Messi hardly played this season. Oh no, but he's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
But you know that he hardly played. Oh no, but he's the best player in the world. So the guys who are like, because they just believe a guy is just the best, they just vote for him, regardless of how they've actually performed within those 10 months.
Yeah.
So it's screwed.
And the issue is that the voting is so, like, it's so dependent because anyone's vote can change it. Because even last year, when you actually analyze the votes, Rodri didn't win because people thought he was the best. Rodri won because people were splitting the votes between who they thought was better out of Vinicius or Bellingham. So in a lot of people's list, it was Bellingham 1, Rodri 2, then Vinicius is 5th. And then in someone else's list, it was Vinicius 1st, Rodri 2, then Bellingham in 4th. So then the consistency of Rodri being 2nd in everyone's list got him the most points to then finish 1st. But Rodri barely had any first place votes on people's lists. He was always 2nd, he was always 3rd. But it's that consistency of vote. And that's why people do PR. That's why that's why clubs do PR, because they need a singular person to push. Because if you just open up the votes, people are so dumb they'll vote whatever they feel like.
I'm just trying to.
You gotta lead the sheep. You gotta lead the horses to the water to drink it. HH, like. It's the
Yeah,
stats.
I was trying to think of what the fuck was Rodri's PR though? I don't remember what it was.
No, to be fair though,
No. Rodri's PR was in. Do you know what it was? Just do you know what it was?
Don't say it was the Euros.
No. It was anti-Real Madrid.
No.
I think that they felt the pressure of Real's thingy, and they're like, you know what? Let's offset that, and let's push someone.
That wasn't.
It wasn't just that.
They pushed this new rhetoric, right, where they were like, fair play is going to play a part in terms of choosing who's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And that fair play aspect made people overrate Rodri to the point where it's almost a lash out against Vini, if I'm being honest.
Yes. Yes. It was like it was an anti-Vini, anti-Real Madrid.
Because in that time the clip of Kimmich and Vinny in the second leg was going viral.
Hold on. Guys, here's the thing. But this is why this is so effed up. Like, I'm not gonna say that, but this is why it's so messed up, because it's like, guys, this crap is why the Oscars is trash. And Oscars is trash. The beauty of sports is there's a trophy you got and going to end. Because again, like, who won the Ballon d'Or in 13-14? Messi, didn't he?
No, Ronaldo.
No, Ronaldo.
Oh, no, so it was Ronaldo. Ask any of those German players, would you rather win a Ballon d'Or or the World Cup? They'll be like, wait, why are you even asking that damn question? Because what really matters is this is what I always say. Awards are given to you. You have to go out and earn a trophy. So trophies will always mean more than awards which are simply given to you. So stupid.
And the thing is, HH, is that the reason why Rodri got pushed for the Ballon d'Or is because you could tell City felt a certain way when they won the treble and none of their guys won the Ballon d'Or. You had Rodri, Haaland, De Bruyne, all these Gundogan, all these great players, and Messi simply won a World Cup.
No, but anyway, that's also on
out PR that.
That's on Pep too, because Pep was glazing the crap out of Messi.
Yeah, Pep was glazing Messi. You know, Pep's always loved
and,
Messi.
And do you know where this is credit where credit's due to Luis Enrique? That's how you back your players. And the way your players did. Even our goalkeeper advocated for Messi. Who's a Brazilian. So big up to Luis Enrique and big up to the players at PSG.
And the thing is with and the thing is with Man City is that they were looking for anybody in that next season to give the PR to win. And listen, if Foden had a good Euros, he would have had the strongest PR. The English media were already doing their bit. Man, he's the centerpiece of the team, the jewel of the team. We got
no. He was voted City's best player. He won the PFA Player of the Year.
No, if we're
which way? Hold on. Let me. So shout to fixed up. Dembele, Kles, especially when you consider Rafinha and Yamal are in the same squad, taking pressure off of each other. But I do feel more people are going to roll in for Yamal a lot more than Rafinha.
Can we about Vitinha and Nuno Mendes? They should be like.
Can we be honest, man? With this whole who's Barca's best player, it's not Rafinha, man. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about
stats pads would say otherwise. Stats matches would say otherwise.
No. Because
no, guys. What's real? I'm out. One love. Pizza. One love. Pizza.